Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
It's cozy season, and Osea's Undaria Exfoliate and Glow Duo is just what you need to nourish your skin. The Undaria Cleansing Body Polish exfoliates, while the Undaria Algae Body Oil is clinically proven to improve elasticity and deeply moisturize without feeling greasy. Give your skin a glow up this fall with clean vegan skincare from Osea. Get 10% off your first order site-wide with code FALL at OseaMalibu.com. That's OSEA Malibu.com, code FALL.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Wow, I have to tell you something. People say, BJ, how can you have so much hope for the future? With the way, Jesus, everybody's just so divided, politics. Well, the future of politics happened yesterday, Steve. This is the reason why I'm hopeful.
Wait, we don't really talk about politics on our show.
I think we have to this time because this is the future. As yesterday, Lily, Danny's daughter, ran for vice president of her student council. So I think that's...
wow. Vice president.
VP, baby. Okay? I'm going to start calling her Kamala.
There you go. Lilila.
Yeah. Because Lilila ended up winning against two other candidates. Yeah.
Man, I voted for the other girl.
Oh.
She offered free pizza.
Yeah, that is tough to turn down.
When you have a campaign promise like that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and all Lily could offer was free nachos. And I get it. Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, nachos.
I did vote for Lily because I do love nachos.
Okay, fine.
She's 9. And
so what grade is that?
She's in 4th grade.
4th grade.
Yeah. And she had to give a campaign speech in front of her school. And we happen to have audio of that. So Danny's daughter, Lily, your new vice president.
Wait, should we be playing this? I mean, don't we have to give equal time to the other 9-year-olds if we do this?
Well, I hadn't thought about that.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, well, Steve wants his pizza, so he feels like maybe he can get a couple of slices if he at least gives equal time.
Right. Wouldn't that be great if we had like little Janet's speech too?
Yeah.
just equal time. Yeah. Sorry, Danny. Lily's speech was great and all, but Janet.
Unfortunately, all I know is we have Lily's speech. And by the way, this was the winning speech.
Hi, 4th and 5th graders. My name is Lily TV. I'm running for vice president. If I become vice president, it will mean so much for me and my family. I've been dreaming about it. If I'm vice president, I can't make any promises, but for spirit days, we can do different things. Examples: dress-up days, Halloween theme, Minecraft theme, and stuff like that. I think candy grams are 25 cents each.
What's 25 cents each?
I think candy grams. So I think they're going to do like the little you buy them and send them to somebody.
Aww.
I do love how kids how they blow things up into being such a big deal. Like, this will mean so much for my family. I love that line.
I mean, really, I'm getting so many benefits from this, guys. You have no idea.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, though, every politician really should use Lily's speech because I can't make you any promises, but this will mean so much for me and my family if I can become president of the United States. And you know what? You're right. It will.
I don't know what I can do for all of you, but this will feed my ego. Vote for me.
Yeah. It's a very truthful speech. I love it. Yeah, we have another clip. And in this one, Lily explains why she actually would be a great vice president.
Here's why I think I'll be my vice president. I'm kind, smart, creative, capable, brilliant, resourceful, supportive, and skillful. For the social, I can't make any promises, but I will take ideas. Remember, no promises. That's why I, Lily Thompson Behill, think I should be vice president.
So, it's like, I'm amazing, but I'm not going to promise you anything.
She's brilliant, guys.
That was my favorite part. It's like, I'm kind, I'm smart. I'm like, okay, yeah, I could get behind that. Creative, absolutely. I'm capable. Yeah, brilliant.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant.
And it's hilarious too because like the video that her teacher sent me, there's a little kid and he's wearing like a full on suit jacket. I'm assuming he was going for president.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but he's just sitting there looking at her. She says brilliant. And he just kind of looks at her like, really?
He's like, yeah, whatever. Listen, I'm the president. You're the vice president.
Well, and he's like full on suit jacket, and there's Lily with her jean shorts on and Crocs as she's giving her.
She's the relatable
speech.
candidate.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, she is.
Look at the other kid. He's got like a Hawaiian shirt and shorts on. I'm voting for that kid.
Right.
As long as he's not running for vice president.
Thank you.
Treasurer.
Yeah.
Well, what's he offering, Steve? Though?
Hamburgers.
Yeah, if he's offering hamburgers, I'm afraid he gets our vote.
Man, I was all proud about my kid putting on a ventriloquist show yesterday, and I'm thinking that's not nearly as good as winning vice president.
Still a ventriloquist show, man. Following in her father's footsteps.
Yes.
That's very impressive.
But she didn't even have a puppet. She just used one of those garbage pails that that you have in like the laundry room or in a bathroom where you step on it and it opens up.
Oh, and that was the act she was doing. She was using that as the mouth?
Hello, my name is Mr. Darvish. I love you so much. I am a silly dog tan ever.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a great act.
Save that for when she runs for office.
Yes, you need that. I would go to that show. Dude, Tatum in the garbage can.
I'm doing laundry and she just walks in and just goes,
Hello, my name is Mr. Darvish.
and I'm like, where's
Mr. Garbage is a great name. That might have been my nickname a couple of times for people that know me.
our kids?
Yeah.
The future is bright.
Oh, I can't wait.
For another future dumb morning show.
There we go. Yeah.
Lily TV and Tatum.
Yes. Yeah, they're not going to do radio.
No.
No, they're going to have like a YouTube show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Special guest, Mr. Garbage.
Yeah.
Mr. Garbage. Move over, Jeff Dunham.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have to tell you, man, maybe it was just a weird day yesterday because a very strange thing happened at the M's game last night as a fan threw a ball at one of the players, but it was a Mariners player. And of course it was at the T-Mobile Park. So a Mariner fan threw a ball at a Mariner player. Steve's going to tell you all about this. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks to Palace Law for giving us the Migs Report. And today is the day for all of us. Happy National Morning Show Host Day.
Oh, wow.
Got actually a couple people texting in. Some people must be checking these websites as well to find out what today is.
Oh.
And today is National Morning Show Host Day.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Also, enjoy yourself some chocolate milk. It's National Chocolate Milk Day.
Yay.
Vicky loves the chocolate milk.
You get it from the chocolate cows.
I used to think that. I'm a fan of the Ovaltine.
Oh, that's old school.
Yeah.
Why not Smith Brothers? Keep it local.
Well, we did the Ovaltine for the little brother, and so I have a bunch at home, so that's my go-to.
I never thought you would be Ovaltine shamed, but you have been.
Oh, dude, you can be shamed about anything.
Yeah. Wow.
Get the
Sorry,
vitamins.
And what better way to celebrate Morning Show Host Day than to also celebrate See You at the Poll Day?
Oh, yeah. See you at the poll.
Yep, we'll see you at Fox's or
Yeah.
Sugars.
Oh, yeah.
Vu, or the flagpole. I think that's what it's actually meant for, is the flagpole.
Oh, okay.
At least that was the picture next to the See You at the Poll Day. It was a picture of the American flag on a pole.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's maybe patriotism then.
Yeah, or maybe that's where you have to challenge someone to a fight today. I'll see you at the flagpole.
Oh, right. Yeah. Don't stick your tongue on there. Well, it's not that cold yet, so you should be okay.
Yeah, the weather's decent for putting your tongue on a pole.
All right.
At least so I read.
That's
all right. Let's talk about the Mariners. Let's start things off with
we're
great
gonna go
news.
there.
We're going right to it, BJ, because the Seattle Mariners, big win.
Yeah.
6-2 over the Houston Astros, making some ground as well. They pulled within a half game of Houston for that final wild card spot. And how about they're trailing Toronto by 2 games? The Blue Jays lost to the Yankees. That was awesome. We also gained a game on Texas in the race for the AL West. A lofty goal, but still, now they're 3 games back because the Rangers lost to the Angels.
Yeah, and look, if they stay 3 games back of the Rangers, I don't know what that looks like when a tie happens. I guess it will go to the season series.
Yeah, and the Rangers have owned us.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, even if we win, I think a 4-game series against them. I think if I remember correctly, it's like 8-1 the record against the Rangers this season, or something along those lines.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not good.
It better give us something. I mean, it's a weird thing if we could actually be tied for the division, but not get the wild card because we don't have a good enough record than everybody else. It's a weird thing, man.
But we have a better record against the Astros, so at least that's good.
All right, well, let's hope. Let's hope, baby.
Well, we're working our way back up there, man.
So what we would like then is we would like to be ahead of the Astros and only 2 games back of the Rangers when we face them, or even better than that. That way we have a shot at winning the division.
That'd be bonkers.
All right. I mean, we got to win tonight.
It is crazy what a roller coaster of emotions. They have not been playing very well in these last, several games. So it hasn't been good for the Mariners. They win 1 game and it's all of a sudden I'm back on the train.
Dude, Joe and I were down by T-Mobile last night, right as the Mariners game was getting out. People were fired up.
It was a great game.
Yeah, we were headed home, and then we just hear people, "Let's go, man!" The vibe was crazy last night.
Oh man, yeah. T-Mobile Park was packed.
Yeah.
Everyone was having a blast. I mean, it was a little gnarly at first because they loaded the bases, but then George Kirby shut it down. And that was awesome. It's a great game. Teoscar Hernandez. I don't know if you saw that catch that Teoscar Hernandez.
No, I did not. I heard about it, but I didn't.
Gosh,
see it.
dude, I jumped out of my couch. I was so happy. Everything about it was just they played great. Teoscar also brought in a run. I mean, the team was just playing awesome. But the thing that everybody is talking about from this game was George Kirby. Not so much his performance, which was great. He pitched a very good game, 6 shutout innings, and he was just playing really well. But there was a scary incident when somebody in the crowd threw a baseball at him. I don't know. Did you see this?
I saw this video. And
I was watching it live, and I'm like, "What just happened?"
Yeah, it is so weird. If you watch the video, it's nuts.
It's funny, not funny, but it's crazy because it kind of like grazes his jersey, but kind of catches him a little bit in the lower stomach. But the look on his face at first, it looked like somebody shot him because I don't think he was expecting it. And all of a sudden, you feel something just kind of hit you. You're like, "What the hell was that?" It was kind of scary, I would imagine, for him. Thankfully, he's fine. It looks like the person who threw the ball, they were kicked out of the game, obviously, wearing one of those City Connect Jared Kelnick jerseys.
Yeah, so it was definitely...
they take the jersey from him.
Oh, that'd be a great idea because then we get a free jersey.
And also, that's an expensive punishment right there.
Yeah, I would love to know what this idiot was thinking. A
lot of people believe because it was a foul ball that he got, that he was throwing it back because he was just dumb and thought you'd throw back a foul ball that the opposing team hits. In some ballparks,
like a home run.
You hit a home run, you throw it back into the... I don't know if that was necessarily the case. He looked confused. I don't know if he was drunk or what was going on. Like, it didn't look like... He's like, what did I do wrong? Because everybody's diming him out.
Yeah.
As the crowd, like, they show the crowd, they're all pointing right at him. Like, yeah, that's the D-bag that did it.
Wow.
I have no idea what was going on in this kid's head, but here's the announcers from Root Sports talking about what happened.
Pitch count is in good shape for Kirby.
Yep.
Scott? Oh, boy. Especially what happened? Somebody get thrown on the field?
Yeah.
Somebody threw a ball on the field and it hit Kirby? That is ridiculous. We can confirm that came from the stands 100%.
What a strange thing.
Yeah, I saw that it was on TBS, I think, for some reason. Like, it was a national game, so I heard those guys talking about it.
Yeah, here's the TBS announcers talking about it. They also seemed a little annoyed about this fan.
Yeah, if he gets to the 7th, we certainly will. With Kirby, whoa, where did that ball come from?
The ball came back from the crowd at the pitcher, Kirby, in his home ballpark. I think it hit him, and Scott Service is coming out.
It's like, what are we supposed to do? The umpires, what do you want me to do? Ball came from the crowd.
I don't think I've seen that before. A foul ball went into the stands, and a fan threw it back and hit.
It just brushed his shirt. It's a foul ball, obviously, that was thrown back on the field. Bad form in the highest degree. And this kid threw it, and I hope he doesn't come back to a game forever.
Yeah,
he looks really confused. Like, what did I do wrong? I don't know if he was like being a douche or if he was just like, I threw the ball back onto the... Isn't that what we do?
Yeah, I mean, in a way, Steve, I think that might be the answer because you've just got people that don't understand. Maybe they don't follow baseball enough to know, that it only happens in the outfield usually, and usually they're not throwing it at a player.
No.
The idea that he was able to throw the ball and it actually hit our pitcher, and it's your team is just.
Do you think he thought he was throwing the ball back to George so that George could use the ball again?
God, if that's the case, who thinks that? How would you ever get that in your brain? How drunk must you be to think, oh, here you go, buddy?
An impeccable aim. And in fact, that's just in. The Mariners just signed him as a relief pitcher.
Hey. Dude, because we've been on stages with lights, and you see this happen all the time with, performers. The lights are on, so they cannot see anything coming out of those stands.
But also, George Kirby is definitely not expecting a ball to be coming at him.
Yeah, and so it's so hard to even see it anyway, even if you're not expecting it until it's right there on you, and that's why he was like, what the hell was that?
He was interviewed after the game, and Kirby did say, it surprised the hell out of me. I thought it was the umpire because I had my hands up and I asked for the ball. I thought he threw it. It was an impressive throw. I give him that.
Well, he's got a good attitude about it. I would have said a lot worse about that dude.
Right?
Oh, yeah. If I was George Kirby, I'd be like, that son of a, don't let him, you know what? Give me that jersey.
I know. That's the part that's just like, well, he clearly is a fan of the team, so why would he want to try and hurt one of the players?
Yeah. So, yeah, you're right. He's obviously, it's either drunken stupidity or both.
Yes, agreed. Yeah. Speaking of sports, I don't know if you call Mariners again play tonight against the Houston Astros. Let's keep the winning ways going. Let's start a streak, BJ.
Who do we have in the bump? Do you know?
I'll check it out. I do. It's Bryce Miller.
Oh, okay, Bryce. Gosh, this is the game of your life.
Okay, Bryce.
It really is, dude. Yeah. Bryce is, he has his moments, and then he has other moments.
Yesterday, the Sounders, speaking of sports, they announced their new logo. Did you see it?
I did.
I actually like it. It's very simple.
Yeah, that's what I was surprised at how simple it is.
Yeah. Danny, how do you feel about it?
At first I was kind of like, and then I kind of saw some mock-ups of like what it was going to actually look like on the jerseys, like how it's raised and kind of. I kind of like it, and it's grown on me. It's super clean.
Yeah, it's got the spacing. It says 1974, 19 on one side, 74 on the other. But what I also like is the secondary logo.
Yeah,
which is just a whale kicking a soccer ball.
Yeah, oh, that's fun,
right?
Yeah, where's that going to show up? Is that going to be on the kit at all, the whale?
I hope somewhere. If not, they're going to have hats and shirts that I'm going to spend money on.
Dude, they already have them. They released them all day yesterday.
Look at all the merch right there.
Oh, yeah. Well, a hat with a guy kicking a whale, a whale kicking a ball, rather, is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think if you get a hat with a guy kicking a whale, that's a whole different thing.
They're also embracing like a carnation as well, which is kind of cool, too, to see.
Yeah, it sounded like a flower was in there. So
yeah.
Is that an anniversary flower?
Great question.
Yeah, I don't. What's the carnation represent, I wonder? Okay.
I have no idea.
And is this for 1 year?
No, this is the official.
This is forever?
Mm-hmm. Well, until they decide to change up the logo again.
You mean next year?
I bet they'll give it at least a good 5 years.
All right. I really suspect that, I don't know, it's so simple and so clean and not what I expected it to be that I feel like, all right. Maybe you're right. Maybe they'll go with it longer.
Apparently, the whole idea of the carnation, it goes all the way back to the tradition, back to 1974 when players would hand out flowers to fans as recognition for their support.
Oh, wow.
Okay, they thought this through.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. All right.
I like it.
I
know some people are crapping all over it. Of course, nobody likes change.
What's the other one look like? Do we have a picture of that anywhere? The logo we have now? Because I really felt like it would be drastically different. Let me see what that is. Yeah, it's really,
they simplified it. Really.
Yeah, it's basically very similar. It's
just a Space Needle in green.
Yeah.
They kept that, and then everything else. The needle looks a little bit different. They put the 1974 on there, and they remove all the sounder, sash or whatever that is.
Yeah, so it's hard to hate it.
People, just asking people. If you go on Twitter, you'll find a lot of people who are not a fan of it. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I hope they make a black shirt with that logo on it.
Oh, they already have.
If they don't, they're really missing out on the Steve purchases.
Hey, also big news. I don't know if you guys know. This has nothing to do with sports, but it is important to put out there. McDonald's, they're adding 2 new dipping sauces.
Yes!
For a limited time. It starts October 9th.
All right.
The first one is Mambo. And the second one is sweet and spicy jam, and that one's more for their breakfast items.
Okay, sweet and spicy jam, it makes sense.
And the Mambo one, it's apparently it's a popular sauce in the DC area, and they describe it as a tomato-based sauce that's sweet, spicy, and vinegary. So it's like a spicy ketchup.
Yeah, I think that's it, because vinegar's in ketchup, right? And also sugar's in ketchup.
Yeah.
So the only thing different is the spice.
And then the sweet and spicy jam one is a jammy red pepper sauce with a tongue-numbing Szechuan peppercorn kick and extra heat from cayenne pepper.
Okay, that is not for me.
I don't think it's going to be super
It said
spicy.
tum numbing.
Yeah, but I mean, this is like, like corporate company hot sauce. Like, they never go too crazy.
Oh, okay. So
I don't think, personally.
All right. Well, you know what? We should get some tested out, throw it on Steve's tongue, and see if he can speak.
Well, I can't without it. So, I mean, that's not fair to...
Yeah, you're right.
How are we going to judge it, BJ?
If you really have a... All
right, October 9th, we get the sauces and we taste them.
Tongue numbing.
That's something to look forward to.
That's what they say about Danny, by the way.
The ladies, that is, right?
Oh, I was going to leave it vague, but yeah. And actually, I think everybody.
The weather today, it's going to be in the 60s again. It's going to be wet. 63 degrees and rain. That's nice.
Tongue numbing.
Thanks to Beacon Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, Septic, and Mechanical for giving us the Migs Report, and that's what's up.
Yesterday, Steve did get this one wrong.
The fabric silk was invented in what country?
France.
No.
Italy.
No.
United States of America.
No.
Damn it.
China. Thought you would know that. It was created in China, my friend. You want a shot at beating Steve? You want to numb his tongue? 206-803-ROCK. We'll play Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I can't afford to pay my bills, how am I going to afford attorneys and bankruptcy fees?
One of the things people ask me all the time as a bankruptcy lawyer is that how am I going to pay all these fees and costs because I'm here because I can't afford to pay my bills. And of course, we understand that. I mean, being in the bankruptcy field. But one of the things to remember is that if you decide, once you make the decision to file bankruptcy, you can stop paying on all of the creditors that are going to be included in the bankruptcy, and those are the funds that you can use that you have been paying your creditors to pay your attorney fees and court costs to get your case filed. And once your case is filed, you're not going to have most of those payments anymore.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
It's cozy season, and Osea's Andaria Exfoliate and Glow Duo is just what you need to nourish your skin. The Andaria Cleansing Body Polish exfoliates, while the Andaria Algae Body Oil is clinically proven to improve elasticity and deeply moisturize without feeling greasy. Give your skin a glow up this fall with clean vegan skincare from Osea. Get 10% off your first order site-wide with code FALL at OseaMalibu.com. That's OSEA Malibu.com, code FALL.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. On Friday, November 17th, 7 p.m., Live Day goes to prom night. Oh, yeah. We're all going to be at Snoqualmie Casino. Get this. Like I said, it's going to be on a Friday night, 7 o'clock.
The prayers have been answered by all the rockaholics.
Yeah. Still going to be live, so we'll have the sound effects, the music, a special guest. That's all going to be on KISW. It's just we're going to do this live broadcast at 7 o'clock at night on November 17th, Snoqualmie Casino.
Special guests will be there. Kraken fans, you might want to be joining us. A friend from the Kraken will be hanging out with us. That's going to be a lot of fun. And also, you just never know what else is going to happen during the men's room. Also, Ryan Castle, Tyron Derrick, Taylor are going to be there. We're going to have a blast.
And this year, the theme is prom night. Get dressed up with us. You want tickets, you want info, Snow Casino. Oh, actually, I should spell it out for you. Tickets at snocasino.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs.
to be Migs.
All right.
Let's go.
I know Chris from Graham is. Chris, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Stu, now get out of here.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Chris has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
A sausage on a stick that has been coated in a thick layer of batter and deep fried is called a what?
Corn dog.
Yes. The loyal fan base of what late singer were nicknamed parrot heads?
Jimmy Buffett.
Yes. What color is the B button on a standard N64 controller?
Red.
No.
Blue. Green.
No. Green, yes. What Barbie star played Sharon Tate in the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Pass.
Who is your grandfather's brother to you?
Great uncle.
Yes. Black Sabbath's hit song Iron Man was released on what album?
Black Sabbath.
Yeah. No.
Paranoid.
Yes. What is the primary flavor in Malibu rum?
Pineapple.
No.
Coconut.
Yes.
Yes.
Beginning with W, what is the real first name of Brad Pitt?
William.
Yes. Clam chowder is said to have originated in what country?
England.
No. You get 7 correct, though, Chris.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know how it's...
I'll take it.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good score.
I feel like Steve may have the edge in this one, but we'll see.
You think so?
Yeah, it's a tough one to call.
I think it's going to be very close.
All right.
I hope it's not another tie, though, because I like hearing a song either way.
Yes.
Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
A sausage on a stick that has been coated in a thick layer of batter and deep fried is called a what?
Corn dog?
Yes. The loyal fan base of what late singer were nicknamed parrot heads?
Parrot heads. I'm going to go with Amy Winehouse.
No.
Late singer, parrot. Chester Bennington?
No.
Pass.
What color is the B button on a standard N64 controller?
The B button is blue.
No.
Red.
No.
Yellow.
No.
Damn it.
What Barbie star played Sharon Tate in the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Kristen Wiig?
No.
Michael Cera.
No.
Okay, then.
Sarah McLachlan.
No. Woo! Who is your grandfather's brother to you?
My dad.
No.
Oh, boy.
My uncle.
No.
I predicted this
Your
wrong.
great-grandfather.
No.
Oh, wow.
Black Sabbath's hit song Iron Man was released on what album?
Black Sabbath.
No.
Paranoid?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
What is the primary flavor in Malibu rum?
Coconut.
Yes. And with that, you get 3 correct, which is a big loss, 7-3.
Nice work, Chris.
Why are you so smart?
Yeah.
All right.
I really thought you would do better. You did not. But, Chris, you crushed it. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. You're welcome, DJ.
There you go. Wow.
Like the Houston Astros today.
Yeah.
You sure did. And you know, because of that, you're gonna get this.
BJ thought you might win.
I really thought it was going to be a lot closer than that.
I appreciate the faith.
I am shocked at how many things you don't know.
One that Chris did correct, the loyal fan base of what late singer were nicknamed parrot heads. He died pretty recently.
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett.
Oh,
But you know what? It just goes to show you. I mean, that was just not your scene.
no.
Yeah.
Not a big Jimmy Buffett guy.
Yeah.
So you're not a parrot head, I guess.
Apparently not.
The B button on a standard N64 controller is green.
That was my
That's
next
tough.
guess. Yeah.
Neither of you got this right. What Barbie star played Sharon Tate in the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Everybody knows this.
She plays Barbie.
But you just said everybody knows this, but the 2 people who played the game didn't.
Yeah, but here's the problem. You guys don't count.
Fair.
Yeah, you really don't count. You only got 3 correct, but it's Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Robbie.
Your grandfather's brother to you is your great uncle.
He got that one.
He did. And you said uncle, so you're kind of close.
Yeah.
Do you really refer to someone as a great uncle?
Yeah, your grandfather's brother.
I get that.
I mean, it's like, yeah, you do.
Hello, great uncle.
Well, if you're fortunate enough to actually have a grandfather
Yeah.
who has what you and you're a kid, Well, yeah, you got to call them something.
We just called everybody aunts and uncles, even if they weren't even relatives. Like sometimes, like if they were just close friends to mom and dad, they were like our aunt. That's aunt, aunt.
Well, that
Yeah.
whatever. Sally,
I was convinced
Uncle Ben.
I had 2 aunts on my mom's side for the longest time until I realized she's an only child, and that's impossible.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they're just your really good friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you just called them like your aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
2 that he got to and you didn't, beginning with W. What is the real first name of Brad Pitt?
William.
Yes.
Good job there.
And clam chowder is said to have originated in what country?
America.
America, yes. He
Of course
didn't
it
get
did.
that one right.
New England, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have been a lot more impressive if I got through them all.
Not that much more.
Yeah,
you still would have lost.
You really didn't know anything, and also you didn't play your game well.
I did. I got thrown off by the parrot one.
Yeah,
the parrot one slowed me down.
Yeah.
Because I was like, who's dead that had a fan base called the Parrot Heads? Yeah.
Right.
I was like, that was so strange. It still bothers me.
And then you're like, I don't know who played Barbie. I don't know this at all. So
Yeah, you said
it was just
Kristen Wiig.
downhill.
She
from
looks like
there.
she'd be a good Barbie.
All right, listen. I mean, that's a nice compliment for anybody. I mean, but then who else did you say? Michael Cera. At least he was in the movie.
He was.
Yes.
He was Alan.
I watched a couple minutes of the film so far.
What?
Oh, is it on demand?
I don't know. No, yes, it is. You can
I
can
don't
rent.
remember.
My friend had it on his Plex account, so
Okay,
I
so
watched
it's-
it.
I don't-
You
I
can
don't-
rent it now.
You look so guilty.
I don't think
I
you
don't
can
know what
rent
the right
it now.
answer is.
I'm not sure you can rent it now. I haven't seen
know.
it. Is it?
You can on Prime Video.
Oh, okay. Fair
I
enough.
rented it
All
on
right.
Prime Video.
Okay,
BJ.
then I didn't realize Barbie's available for rent.
Just for digital, yes.
Well, I'm not looking to get the analog version.
Well, some people like it. Some people like the DVDs.
Can you give me the VHS?
I actually still use VHSs with the little brother.
Okay. All right. You know,
Like
why,
so, it still works.
why are we going down that
I
road?
don't know.
Yeah.
He's
but
making fun of me. I was like,
well, you know, if you're using a VHS,
Yeah.
you really should be made fun of. Let's be honest.
Did your wife want to watch it, or was it your suggestion?
It was my suggestion.
Oh,
And how does she feel about it?
She didn't hate it. I mean, we're only maybe 15, 20 minutes in.
oh, you got to keep going. It's
I don't
so
know.
what? You don't know? You don't know if you're going to finish it?
I'll be honest, so far it hasn't grabbed me.
I'm
Oh,
so
wow.
So far, I think it's kind of dumb.
This is the problem.
Well, it's a Barbie movie.
Yeah, I
mean,
know.
But it's
I
not.
know.
But
and
hold
you
on.
love dumb movies.
It is so but his idea of dumb is that the movie is making a statement about something, but if you don't want to go that deep into it, you're going to think it's dumb on the surface,
I knew
especially the first
PJ
part
was
of it.
going to say that. I knew he was going
But
to talk
that's
about
exactly what it is. You've only
I
seen
know.
the first part of it. It is dumb in the first part,
Right.
unless you see what it's trying to do.
Right, and I know that now it's about to make a turn. Like we just got to the point where they're now in normal times.
Oh, they just came. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
But you
they're
didn't. So you
out
didn't,
of Barbie world.
But you did see her basically go through what she's going through to have to go to normal times.
Yes.
and that I think you should turn the corner there a little bit, shouldn't you?
I didn't hate it, but
I thought that was really clever. How basically the things that are happening to Barbie are like, wait, what the f? And I think it's hysterical.
Yes, clever, yes. It didn't grab me to where I'm like, I can't wait till we get to sit down and watch TV again so we can finish where we left off.
And even you saw the beach off, right? Did you see that where they were beaching each other off? Is that happened
No,
yet?
I don't think I've seen that yet.
Oh, I really thought that was like at the
And
beginning
honestly,
of
I've
the
heard so many
movie.
people joke about that I feel like that joke I've already heard it a billion times. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it like you
Yeah.
guys did when you first saw it.
I kind of think it's already happened, and maybe you.
Yeah,
just
I think you
were
totally.
just-
I
I
think
might
it
have been
did
on my
happen.
phone at that
You're
point.
looking at your phone
I
exactly.
might have been on my phone at that point.
Maybe you went to
that's
the
problem.
bathroom.
This is not a multi-screen movie, meaning that you could be distracted. You're not going to appreciate
it's a dumb
this
movie about Barbie.
okay.
I shouldn't have to be that concentrated on it.
But,
I can't have this discussion anymore. I'm done.
but Ryan is so good in it.
Everybody
Who's
is so
Ryan?
good
Ryan
in
Gosling.
it. He's Ken.
Oh, okay.
Oh my!
You don't even know it's Ryan Gosling. It's an
don't know
amazing
anyone.
role for him.
Is it?
Yes, he's because you didn't even know it was him. An actor does a pretty good job if you don't recognize who the hell it is.
Well, I don't know. If you walk by, I wouldn't know who the hell Ryan Gosling is, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
if
You don't even know movies.
If one of those crime
He doesn't know Margot Robbie.
Illustrator people said, hey, describe Ryan Gosling so he could draw him out, I wouldn't know how to
Do you know that Barbie's Harley Quinn? Do you at least know that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You got that down. That's great. Did you have you recognized Kate McKinnon yet from Saturday Night Live? She's Crazy Barbie. Have you got to that scene with Crazy Barbie yet?
I don't know.
Oh, I think they already
been a
went there
couple
too,
days.
didn't they?
Oh, they sure did.
Yeah.
So I have to start from the beginning again.
If they're
is what
in
you're
normal
telling me.
times, you've missed so much that you don't remember. Kate McKinnon is great. It's like crazy. How do you not love Crazy Barbie? Like Crazy Barbie, it reminded me of Sarah and everything she did to her Barbie dolls. They all look like Kate McKinnon's Barbie.
I love how angry some people are getting.
Oh, I'm very angry. Oh, you mean
grow up and watch an entire movie before you pass judgment on it, you ADHD pleb.
Oh, wow.
Dude, seriously, F you, Steve. You are a child.
I did not think those texts would get through. I'm sorry.
Wow. If you're that mad
about
what I say,
yep,
you need to really reevaluate why you're texting our show.
You're doing your job, though. I give you credit.
Seriously, F you, Steve. You are a child. You didn't love Barbie.
You know, I kind of love these texters because I really thought you were just talking about BJ and I being the ones that are overreacting.
Yeah, I'm really worked up over a stupid film.
Yeah, we are.
And that you
very
haven't
worked up.
finished it yet, Steve.
It's not stupid.
It's not stupid at all. It's a
You
really
need to have
good
the same
movie.
opinion as me. Otherwise, you suck.
Okay, but look, there are things that you like a lot that if people said it was stupid, I think you'd be a little upset, wouldn't you?
No.
Oh, really? Nothing? Even Pearl Jam's 10?
I mean, then I know you're wrong and you're stupid. But, I mean.
All right, fair enough.
That's different,
At least you're not hypocritical, and I think that's important in every discussion we have.
It's all fairness. I will give it another shot when we can watch longer than 20 minutes.
No, don't. I'm going to tell
It's
you as your
over?
friend. Yeah,
It's
it's over.
over?
You're not going to like this
It's
movie.
over?
It's over. You're done.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Back to
Save
kids
yourself-
baking championships.
Exactly. Save yourself the trouble. Unlike those texters, I don't want to see you suffer for our benefit. You know, the movie doesn't hit you. It doesn't hit you.
Was Tatum watching
you're
it
the same
too?
guy. You wouldn't know a good movie if it said on your face, Steve. Straight up, just shut your stupid mouth.
You know what? There are some people that would like a movie to sit on their face, but that's a whole other conversation.
This guy's mad about Barbie.
I don't blame him, okay?
He's angry.
You don't like
about
Pink?
the movie Barbie.
You don't like Pink? You stink. There you go. Done.
Yeah, hopefully you were wearing pink while you were
Did
watching
you do that?
it.
Because you really, I think that
There you go. Sounds like you're mad and you just can't take criticism. Also, Pearl Jam blows.
Oh, wow. That is not fair to Pearl Jam. I'm sure they like Barbie. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure they enjoyed the movie.
Doesn't Eddie have daughters?
I can't take criticism. This guy's cursing me out over this.
Yeah.
I don't care. To
Yeah.
be straight up honest with you, it's sad that you're so mad at somebody who doesn't care about your
You
opinion.
care about Pearl Jam's 10. You do care about
Well, that, yes.
Yeah, so let's
That part I take umbrage with.
That you're going to have to really, you're going to have to process that he
Well,
says.
because Pearl Jam sat on my face, so I knew it was good.
Well, Pearl Jam, I'll tell you, they are the
movie
best
hasn't
band.
yet.
I feel like Pearl Jam, that's why they're such a good band, because they're willing to sit on their fans' faces. Wow. That's why they, wait, what? I don't.
Man, I didn't realize Barbie was going to be such a polarizing.
Oh, buddy, you cannot, for my reasoning is, I don't know if it's the same reasoning as everybody else, but I know, I wondered if you'd appreciate what the movie was trying to do at the beginning.
I get
and
what
I
they're
was
doing.
like, I'm not sure he's going to appreciate this.
I get what they're doing. I didn't care.
And the movie is such a statement about American culture when it comes to men and women and how they're regarded in what Barbie means to civilization. I mean, they did such a great job, but I get it. You're like, dude, I don't want to go that deep.
You won't leave it alone, so it sounds like you care. That's what you just texted.
This guy's still coming at you.
No.
Is it Eddie? Is it a member of Pearl Jam that just wants to sit on your... Well, I just want to...
Do you not get... We're making fun of you. I mean, at the end of the day...
This is
yes,
Barbie's
I care.
serious.
Your opinion really bothers me.
Barbie's serious business, man.
I don't know if I'm going to sleep tonight because this texture doesn't like that. I don't like these movies.
Are you going to start making fun of the Swifties now? I mean, are you just going to go down that road?
No, because they're good. I like those people.
Oh, okay.
They make bracelets.
All right, that's good. All right, at least... I thought you were going to get crazy for a minute. All right, there you go.
So it's crazy how triggered some people can get.
Well, I can't speak to that.
Person. Oh, he's back. No, you don't get it. You are stupid. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look,
I don't know why he sounds like that when I read his text, but that's how I view it.
It makes me feel like they're in
I'm
all
picturing him
caps.
angrily typing on his phone.
Yeah.
I got another thing I need to say.
I mean, look, he's not
in his
wrong.
car.
He's not wrong about the stupid part. But
when did I ever argue that?
Well, exactly. I mean, that's your brand. You've worked on that very
as
hard.
someone who's stupid, I understand stupid. Barbie is stupid.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Now I'm really tripling down.
I am pretty stupid,
You know what?
too, and I don't think Barbie's stupid.
I even said I didn't hate the movie, but now I kind of hate the movie because of this texture.
Well, you can't hate a movie that you
I
haven't
hate it.
seen
It's the worst
completely.
movie I've ever seen.
I mean, you got to watch the
0
whole movie.
stars.
Yeah, but you hated the first part of the movie.
I didn't even hate the part. We fell asleep.
That's not a compliment to anything.
It is when you have a toddler running around all the time.
Yeah, well, your wife...
Nothing keeps my wife awake anymore.
Listen, your wife and your daughter can't use that as an excuse anymore for falling asleep on movies. So you've been in their lives for a long time now.
When she falls asleep, I see it as an opportunity to watch something else.
Yeah, look, if you told me I'm going to go watch the Barbie movie, I would have told you don't bother because I know you. I would have said don't bother. This is not going to be your kind of movie.
I saw it as a free movie that we could watch.
Yeah, well, guess what?
I wanted my money back.
You got your money. Oh, yeah, you want your money back. Yeah. All right. Are you having problems at work? Maybe certain people don't like the fact that you have horrible taste in movies, or any other random problem, relationship issues. Maybe you're Ken and you're really just not Ken-uff. Did you even see that? I mean, Ken-uff? Okay,
no,
he doesn't get in.
You keep reading my text, but sure, keep pretending like it's not a personal attack.
Danny, will you please stop texting Steve? It's getting a little much.
This is what this guy's doing at 7:08 in the morning.
I love all of
Well,
this.
listen, he is listening to us. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, keep listening.
Yeah. And by the way, sir, you are correct about your assessment of Barbie and Steve. Yeah, well,
Oh, he makes fun of you in past texts.
What did I do? What did I do?
Oh, he thinks you're a dork for always bringing up therapy, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I am a dork, but it's not because of therapy. It's other stuff, too. All right. Now I hate this guy, too. Yeah, right, now
a dinosaur in a past text.
Oh, well, I am a dinosaur. That's for sure.
Wait, make fun of me, texter. Make fun of me.
I know.
What is my term?
Why do you hate us and still listen?
I'm an assosaurus.
It's the greatest.
But you agree with me, pal. You agree with a dinosaur dork therapy guy if you say that you like Barbie like I do. So this is tough. How can you be in my camp? You hate me. Now, this is probably going to be an existential crisis for this guy. You got to be Team BJ.
They should make a
Team
movie
Steve.
about it. They should make a clever movie about it that I won't watch.
Well, you'll fall asleep. You'll try. That'll be great. I love people. Here's the trouble. The problem is that if I did not have this job, I would be that texter.
I know. I see you on Facebook sometimes.
Yeah, I can't throw stones at this guy. How do you know it's not me? It probably is me, and I'm just drunk texting or sleep texting.
That would be amazing.
It's probably me.
I didn't notice that your right hand has been missing throughout this entire conversation.
Well, if someone's going to sit, never mind. Anyway, if you have any kind of yes,
he texted about Danny.
Oh, what's wrong with Danny?
Danny, I love you.
Okay, this guy's really.
He loves Danny.
This guy's damaged.
This one person.
He's
probably
damaged.
likes Dion's pizza too.
Yeah, that's
it's Danny who's texting us. He's always on his phone during the show.
Well, Danny basically went on Sarah's Facebook and wrote a thing saying that I love Danny. So Danny does do stuff like that.
That was all your daughter. I didn't know such thing.
Yeah,
I would never write nice things about you.
It's a good point. But anyway, look. Obviously, people are having problems like, understanding good movies, hating on people that they listen to. Whatever the case is, we're here for you. Call us or text us now. Maybe texting is a bad idea for one guy. 206-803-ROCK. It is Help Wanted. We're going to do that at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
When it comes to personal style, it's not just about having a signature look. There are layers to deciding what to wear. It could be all about bold patterns that stand out in a crowd, accentuating your gains, or finding something sleek yet comfortable. With Indochino, fall is the perfect time to add a few new layers to your wardrobe. They offer custom made-to-measure pieces at an off-the-rack price. And this season, Indochino has new colors, fabrics, and styles to choose from. From classic suits for special occasions to head-turning outerwear for your sidewalk stride. Customize your new fall pieces however you want. Buttons, vents, pockets, lapels, you name it, they'll build it. Just submit your measurements online or book a showroom appointment to work with an Indochino expert style guide in person. Add fresh layers to your fall style with Indochino. Go to Indochino.com and use code PODCAST to get 10% off any purchase of $3.99 or more. That's 10% off at INDOCHINO.com, promo code PODCAST.
Is your relationship going sideways?
Have a family issue? Problems with your coworker?
Do you need advice? We're here to help. No problem is too dumb. No dilemma is too silly. This is Help Wanted with BJ and Migs.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. What is Help Wanted? Well, for years, we've been getting phone calls, we've been getting texts and messages from rockaholics. They need some advice, man, and they, for some reason, think we're good at it. I am a dork that likes therapy, but what are you going to do, right?
Yes.
So hopefully this therapy dork might be able to help you out, because if you got relationship issues, problems at work, or anything else, and doesn't matter how dumb it is, even if you might be dumb enough to think that the Barbie movie is not good, we are here for you. 206-803-ROCK. Call us and text us. It is Help Wanted.
Funny you say that, because someone just said, hey guys, I need your help. There's a radio show I listen to where the host is an effing child and doesn't like a movie I like. It makes me mad, really mad. Should I text into the show, or should I be a rational thinking adult and not be all aggro about someone not liking something I like?
Oh, in this particular instance, you should text into the show. And
Always text.
Barrage that an uninformed radio host who does not like Barbie.
Yes.
And that,
I agree.
Yeah.
What kind of idiot doesn't like Barbie?
If you don't barrage somebody because they don't like what you like, well, you're right. They're berating you, but it's a barrage of insults that you're getting. But you're right. So either way, it's a B word. You should do all of that to somebody who doesn't like what you don't like. You have to.
By all means, text him.
Yeah.
I don't know what show would ever have that kind of conversation, but definitely text him.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I feel like any radio show that would go and have that conversation is probably not successful. So,
And if you missed it, you might want to tune into the BJ and Migs Daily podcast and download the last hour.
Yeah, I applaud you that you're going to let people listen to your movie ignorance. I think that's big of you. I think that's courageous of you.
I feel like this is going to be an ongoing theme for the rest of the show.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I did not know that I, on the Rock of Seattle, would trigger so many people and make them so mad that I did not like the movie more. And I didn't even say I didn't like it. I just haven't finished it, and I really don't know if I want to give it more of another chance, especially now after all the hate I'm getting about this movie Barbie.
No, you have to double down and not see the rest of this movie.
It's now up there with Titanic, a movie I will never finish or watch.
Please don't put Barbie in that category. Titanic, to me, is no Barbie.
Uh-oh.
You haven't seen Barbie.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to come over and watch Barbie with me?
Yeah.
Kinda.
I think, look, Titanic, for its own reasons, was a great movie. I guess I'm going to have to give it its nod. I would say it's not because of the acting, and I don't think it's because of the freaking story either. So I would put Barbie head and shoulders over Titanic any day of the week. And if you want to talk about special effects and sets and everything else like that, the sets have been usually, Steve, it is pretty cool how they made that world look like it's gigantic Barbie world.
What part of this movie are we talking about that I'll never watch? I forgot. I've already.
Oh, you've already forgotten.
I scrubbed it from my brain.
So
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the sets were pretty cool, like her dream house and the car. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff that I think that, especially since it was all practical. I don't think a lot of that was CGI as far as like those sets were built.
All right, let's move on from.
All right, what do we got?
We have a whole other. Yeah, actually, we have one that's a little baby mama drama.
Baby mama drama rhymes.
Okay, they texted in today. I'm going to have a baby soon. I also have a wonderful 9-year-old stepdaughter. My husband and I have agreed that we want our daughter in the room when her sibling is brought into this world. Although I have an amazing relationship with my husband's ex, she is insisting that she's also in the delivery room.
Why?
At first, I thought she was joking, but she expressed concern about my stepdaughter, her daughter, getting overwhelmed during the birth process. I want my stepdaughter to be part of her sibling's life from the very beginning. However, I was planning on limiting hospital time to just the three of us and possibly my mom. I want to come up with a diplomatic solution. What do you guys think I should do?
Yeah, there's no diplomatic solution when you involve somebody else's child, which happens to be your husband's ex-wife. She's in the complete right to say, I don't want my daughter exposed to certain things. And that's a conversation for your husband and his ex-wife. You may have to keep her out of the room, because it's a fair thing from the mother to think that, look, I don't know if my kid should see that. I'm not agreeing with the mother that it would be that that hurtful to her, but at the same time, a parent has a right to decide what their kid should and shouldn't see in life.
Well, what about dad, though? Like, does dad, also, what about the 9-year-old? Is she like, yes, I do want to be there?
You got no rights.
All right, well, what if dad's like, no, absolutely, that's fine. Can't dad then have a conversation with the ex?
You're right. That's exactly what I said. That's the first. They have to talk with each other and work this out.
Of course, question number 1, did you like the Barbie movie? And question number 2, can our daughter watch her future sister be brought into the world?
It's a sucky thing. And, you've got a blended family. And if the husband gets along with the ex-wife and you want the stepdaughter there, well, these blended families, these are the problems you have because they're blended. You're excluding the mom of the girl's mom, and this is a sensitive situation. I'll be honest with you. I wish I didn't see the birth of my second kid.
Really?
It was traumatic. It was a traumatic situation.
Poor Sarah.
It wasn't because Sarah. Look, Sarah's mom almost died. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
but see, stuff like that can happen.
Right.
I'm not.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, stuff like that can happen. So I do believe that the 9-year-old's mom has a valid concern. You just don't know what can happen in that room.
Factor that part in. That's a good point.
Yeah, and look, Most of the time, that's not a thing. Or what if a C-section is needed and there's a kid seeing? That can't be a pleasant scene. And even, look, the alien birthing scene of a child and all the stuff that goes on, if you're viewing that I didn't view any of that head on. I was like, I can't do it.
We had the nurses that kind of shut things down for us because, like, we had some family members that showed up and they were all just expecting that they just come in. And we were like, no, it's just us two. Like, that's it. And Lulu, of course, we brought our dog.
Well, the dog's got to see it. The dog is the sister.
The hospital wouldn't allow that. But we just wanted just her and I in the room and no one else. And it was a kind of awkward thing, but it was just like, look, this is our decision. Like, I'm sorry, you're not invited in. Like, you got to sit outside.
Why would somebody think that they should be invited? And it's great if you get invited in, but why would someone just assume that would be the case?
I don't know. I think people just are so fired up about, like, someone being brought into the world that they want to be a part of it. I don't think that they were like, it wasn't like all of a sudden, like, things got awkward after that. It was just an awkward moment at that moment, of course, because I'm just like, you tell them.
Well, I maybe it's just generational, because in my generation, you just, look, my dad's generation, even the father wasn't
waited in the waiting room.
Yeah. So
with cigars.
It has changed. So maybe now it's become a crowd event where you have stadium seating. I don't know. I
couldn't imagine having anyone else in that, because it's very graphic.
I know.
Obviously. And I didn't even think I was going to want to look in that direction. And I'm glad that I did, because it was like, still to this day, there's nothing more amazing of a moment other than, being on stage with Stone Temple Pilots looking out in front of all that people.
Well, of course, that's very,
a close second.
They're equal, but you're right. The birth is,
yeah.
I mean, nobody can argue with that.
No, it was one of those things where I looked at the nurse. I'm like, I'm so glad you tricked me into looking, because I wasn't planning on looking. And she's like, look this way. And I'm like, oh, you just made me look. And it was like one of those kind of jokes, but it was amazing to be able to experience that. And I mean, I'm sure that's kind of what they were hoping, maybe with the 9-year-old, to witness it. But like you said, there's a lot of factors that, God forbid, things get weird. That could be traumatizing.
Yeah, look. Look, this is stereotypical, but the average dude doesn't like confrontation, especially if he's got to go talk to his ex-wife and be confrontational. He's already had to do that in ending that marriage. Most dudes are like, please don't put this on me, please. And that's the problem, is he's the only one that can help you with this, because the ex-wife, what is she going to do? I mean, she's going to probably say, look, that's my kid. I do what I want with my kid. I mean, it's a tough situation.
The part, though, I liked about it, like, she had nothing but nice things to say about the ex. She's having an amazing relationship with the ex. That's kind of cool.
And let her in the room.
Oh, I mean,
at that point, if you're going to let the daughter in the room and you like the ex,
I have a great relationship with the barista over at Electric Coffee. I'm not going to be like, hey, dude, you want to come swing by? And
what if you were getting a colonoscopy? You wouldn't let her come in and be there for the colonoscopy for you?
I don't even know if I want my wife to pick me up from the colonoscopy.
I'm with you on that. You just don't know how that's all going to go. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. But if she really does have a great relationship with the ex to the point where she just wants to take care of her child, I think that's very understandable. It's not unreasonable for a mom to go, look, I just want to be there with my kid in case it gets intense for her.
This was, and my sons both had birth issues, almost died. This kid does not belong in the delivery room. This is insanity.
Oh, well, we hadn't even heard that particular thing, that they don't even have the 9.5-year-old in there.
Someone said my mother-in-law tried to push her way in, assuming I'd be all for it. People seeing my entire body, and the nurses thankfully shut it down.
Yeah, in-laws have to know their place.
Oh, dude, our Barbie friend, the guy who's mad.
Oh, Mad Barbie?
He has something to say. He says, BJ, this is all sound advice. You are 100% correct.
Oh, I like how aggro he is, even when he's on my side.
He's never not aggro.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I can appreciate that. I do have resting aggro attitude myself. Yeah. Well, see, thank you. He's agreeing with a dinosaur who's a dork therapy guy, though.
See?
This is tough for him.
I like him. He doesn't just have one set opinion on some people.
I know, but how does he process
fluctuates.
this? Oh, so has he ever said anything good about you?
Yes.
Oh, he has.
He says he likes me. I just rubbed him the wrong way with my opinion.
Oh, well, that's nice. That, I mean, usually people you rub the wrong way, it's over in life. So it's nice
sometimes you repeat visits until they get it the right way.
Yo. All right, I think that's the best we can do for this person.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a tough one, but I'll tell you who's making it tough. You. And do you need to make your life tough while you're giving birth? Simplify, girl. Simplify. It's nice that you want this moment, but look, Here's the real deal. And Steve, I think any woman will tell you this. You don't give a flying F who's in that room once the process starts. You just go, oh my God, get this thing out of me.
Absolutely. And, we were having some troubles getting Tatum to get out. So then it got a little nervous at the time.
Well, of course Tatum didn't want to get out. She
realized who her dad was going to be.
Oh, well, you know what? I had a different joke, but you know what? That's a better one.
What were you going to say?
No, yours is a much better joke, especially with your take on Barbie. I think you're right.
It's like, Dad, what do you think about Barbie? What? I'm going back in until you like this film.
Well, she had a womb with a view, so she was like, hey.
I like that one, too.
There you go. That's right. And don't forget, you don't want to come out because you have all that womb service. You don't need the, Thank you. That's all we got. That's it. How does Texter hate me? Does he hate me again?
Give him a couple minutes.
All right.
All right, we have another. Do we have time for anyone else that needs help?
I think we're good. We good?
We'll save it for a future one then.
All right, we'll save it for the future, baby.
We always got people who need our help, BJ.
Yeah, we do. Tomorrow, who knows what'll happen? Maybe the father will chime in and say, you know what, I don't want to be there myself.
The guy just texted back in again.
Oh, the aggro guy?
Yes.
What's he like? With Mr. Barbie?
I'll have to continue reading his voice aggressive. He goes, I love you, Steve. I listened to the show because of you.
Oh, so it's not because of me.
And he also said Vicky's his favorite.
Aww.
Oh, this guy has got, my emotions are everywhere with this guy.
That's what I love about him.
Wow, so he loves Vicky the best. He likes you. That's why he listens to the show, even though he loves Vicky the best. So I'm not sure what that even means.
I think he's got layers.
He's got, just like the Barbie movie. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Come on, watch it. It's full circle.
I now need to see it because he loves me.
Yes, and
I actually really thought Barbie was a fantastic film, come to think of it.
Oh, really? Did you? What, for the 10 minutes you watched?
I finished it while we were doing our break.
Oh, good for you. Wow.
I had closed captioning on, so I was able to watch it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You are a great multitasker. I'm glad you love the movie. All right, what do you think, since we're talking movies, what do you think was picked as one of the worst decisions in movie history? This, by the way, cost one company billions with a B. I'll tell you what it is at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Usually with my office, we do a flat fee that includes all your court costs, filing fees, credit counseling, credit reports in one cost. In Chapter 13 cases, that usually starts at about $900. With Chapter 7 cases, so total costs, including all your court costs, attorney fees, is usually about $1,500. We offer payment plans on Chapter 7, so you can start a file with my office for as little as $200. You can send your creditor calls to us. We'll take your creditor calls while you gather up your information and make payments on the rest of the fees. With Chapter 13 cases, we can make payment arrangements in most cases as well and get your case filed even sooner in a Chapter 13 case because of the reorganization aspect to it.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
At OXO, there's a recipe for innovation. We create products that put a new spin on form and function. Add a small measure of convenience, a peel of comfort, and just a pop of freshness. Because no matter what you're making, we want to make it better. OXO. Better. Guaranteed.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Worst decisions businesses have ever made. I just had lunch yesterday, actually, with somebody who's definitely a big timer in the world of business, and I can't believe he actually will sit down and talk to me, since he's just so accomplished and has so much more money than I'll ever have, in spite of whatever my net worth would say.
You and Bill Gates, huh?
Yeah, dude, we look, glass. When I put glasses on, we look very similar.
You both love dicks, so you end up over at Dick's Driving, right?
We sure do, buddy. And
that'd be funny if you actually did. I had a big meeting with Bill, and you were just in line at Dick's with him, and you just started talking to him like, "Yeah, we had lunch together."
I do say that about Lawrence Fishburne because, granted, he spoke to my wife most of the time, but I still say, "Hey, Lawrence and I, we were bonding over books."
Yeah, we hit the bookstore together.
Yeah, me and Morpheus, we know what's up. But I love we had conversations, and we were both talking about like really bad decisions that happen in business, and businesses get so big and so complex that really the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing, and a person that's in charge of making decisions, when you realize for an entire company that person did that, and Rolling Stone put together a list of stuff like this in the world of movies, which of course I love movies, so I love hearing about like really bad decisions in the movie industry. The top spot, and I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like there's one that should be on top better than this, but okay. They say their top spot in Rolling Stone for the worst movie decisions ever is the 1956 movie The Conqueror. They filmed it at a nuclear testing site in Utah, and here's why it was the worst decision in history. 41% of the crew ended up getting cancer.
Sheesh.
In the following decades of being around that area, 21% died from it. It's like one of the biggest disasters on a health, for people just doing their job, for as far as health ramifications. I did not know that. By the way, John Wayne, they say that he died from cancer, and they're saying it's because of this movie, that he was on that set and it affected him.
I had no idea about any of this.
This is all news to me. Obviously, John Wayne, if you don't know, John Wayne, an iconic movie star, as big as you could ever want, obviously in the 50s, 60s.
And he played Genghis Khan in the film.
Which he could never do today.
Right.
It was like
different times.
Don't look at that movie and look at the makeup and go, I
don't know this movie, The Conqueror. Is it better than Barbie? That's what I need to know.
I haven't seen The Conqueror myself, so I can't. Unlike you, I am not going to make a determination on a movie I haven't seen completely. So now they say, look, it can't be proven that all these folks, including John Wayne, got cancer from working on the movie The Conqueror, but they're all like, dude, it's sus. It's really, really suspect. And so that was the worst decision in movie history. The second worst decision in movie history. Oh, Burt Reynolds, I guess. Burt Reynolds, we've talked about actors who've turned down great roles.
Okay.
Apparently, Burt Reynolds is the king of turning down amazing roles. And Burt Reynolds had a great career.
So I would say that Danny and Vicky, I mean, he was kind of towards the end of my, when I was a little bit younger, I remember Burt Reynolds kind of being an iconic star. But, I mean, he's not a big deal now, obviously.
I think Vicky knows him from Playgirl, right?
Or Family Guy.
No, funny enough, I did watch Smokey and the Bandit with my dad.
Oh!
But also, he was a really big deal in Archer and even appeared as himself on an episode of Archer.
That's right. I forgot that he was on Archer.
As far as a more current event, if you will.
Well, I brought up Playgirl because he's the dude that posed on the bearskin rug.
One of the greatest pictures of all time.
Yeah. And here's the funny thing. Burt Reynolds had an amazing career. Burt Reynolds was a big star. And yet, apparently a huge failure when it came to turning down roles that would have even made him bigger. He turned down being James Bond, which I think he would have been the first American actor to get that role. I don't think everybody else has been non-American as far as I know.
Honestly, up until right now, I had no idea that he was even in the running for the role.
I can't believe he would be. I just think that, James Bond and Doctor Who, you just go, they always have to be British actors or at least European actors, UK actors, because sometimes there's Scottish actors that do it as well. But there's no way an American's going to go in there and be James Bond or Doctor Who, and yet they offered James Bond to Burt Reynolds. He's like, no, thank you. They offered him to be in The Godfather. He said, no, thank you. Star Wars. He was supposed to be in Star Wars.
Who's he going to be, like Han Solo? Okay. I wonder.
Ooh.
He'd be a good Han Solo.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, he probably could have been young enough to pull that off. I don't think he would have been Obi-Wan.
That's the only guy I could picture him being in, especially with like that smile, that smirk that he has, and the mustache.
Unless you see him shirtless, then he could be Chewbacca.
He could be Chewbacca. That's a good point. I'm in for that.
Yeah, I don't know how old he was then, like 1977, if you can figure out how old he was, Vicky, because Harrison Ford, he was in his 30s, I think, when he was Han Solo, and I think Burt Reynolds had to be in his 40s, but still would have got the role.
He's a tad older than Harrison Ford, because I think Harrison Ford's in his 70s.
Yeah.
And Burt Reynolds is 82.
Is Burt Reynolds still alive?
No.
Yeah, I thought Burt Reynolds passed away. Did he pass away in his 80s?
Yes, he died at 82 back in 2018. So
bad.
I
didn't know he passed away.
You know what? He was. You probably thought you saw him in the Barbie movie. That's why.
I honestly forgot that he passed away.
Yeah, he's gone.
He was 41 in 1977.
Yeah, and Harrison was what, 35-ish, I bet, probably in 77. So, yeah, he could have done it.
He could have nailed it.
He could have done it, no doubt about it. It would have been weird because I think Carrie Fisher might have been in her 20s, but back then, no problem for a 40-year-old to be, in a romantic love interest with a 20-year-old. So, he turned down Pretty Woman. Burt Reynolds turned down Pretty Woman.
I could see him in that role as well. It's kind of funny, like when you say these, like usually, like I can't picture that guy being in that role, but I could picture Burt Reynolds in some of these movies you're talking about.
So I don't know, like, does Al Pacino or I'm trying to think of the Al Pacino or
Marlon Brando?
Thank you. Did they thank him? Does Harrison Ford thank him? Does Richard Gere? I mean, Richard Gere, do we know who he was before Pretty Woman?
Or was he supposed to be Julia Roberts' character?
Okay, I'd pay to see that.
Yeah, it was about a gigolo as opposed to...
Jack Nicholson, now we know Jack from The Shining, but his performance in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was amazing and got him a lot of stuff. And he was supposed to be in that. And he turned that down too. That's number 2 as far as the worst movie decisions ever. Number 3, I think, should be number 1.
Okay,
this is, when you think of how this went down, and you think of what companies do to stay competitive, and they realize, oh my gosh, if I don't buy this company, we're going to get wrecked. Like Facebook was like, we better go buy Instagram.
Right, okay.
They just did that. Blockbuster.
Oh, yes.
Turned down an offer to buy Netflix for $50 million in 2000, which would have been an amazing bargain had they done that.
Yeah, because at the time, Blockbuster was crushing it, but then all of a sudden, Netflix was doing the mail. You had to mail in you get an envelope, they mail it to you, it's a DVD, and I think, what was it, Blockbuster was just like, yeah, that's never going to fly. Yeah. This is before it was a streaming service, obviously.
And you wonder, sometimes when companies buy companies, do they still let the company make all the decisions, do whatever they want? Because would Blockbuster have pivoted the way Netflix did to all original entertainment?
That's what I wonder, because even one person even said Blockbuster not buying Netflix is the biggest movie business blunder ever. And I don't disagree. Like, obviously, like, they could have bought it for a fraction of what it would be making nowadays, but would they have made the same decisions as Netflix has made? Like, you can't predict that.
Yeah, because... Like, I got friends that work for Wizards of the Coast, and they did things very differently. These guys did Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. They did things differently until Hasbro bought them. Hasbro's a big company. Hasbro makes decisions based on that giant brand. All of a sudden, you've got to do what they want you to do, which may not have been what you would have done if it was just Wizards of the Coast doing their own thing.
So who knows if Netflix, or if it was called Blockbuster, would have been as successful as it is right now.
So Netflix co-founder and former CEO Mark Randolph, he talked about that meeting where that would have happened, where Blockbuster would have said, here's $50 million, we got you. And this is from this 2020 documentary, Netflix versus the World, which, by the way, you can watch free on YouTube.
We kind of make our pitch to them. We go, we think there is great synergy here. We could run your online business. You'd run the stores. This would be a great combination. But they finally said, so what do you think we should pay for you? And I remember Federico's like, $50 million. I swear they were all kind of holding a laugh in because they found that so ridiculous. I remember sitting there going, oh God, now we're going to have to kick their ass. You know what the best part is? You know what the best part is.
Wow. You know what the best part is? That this documentary is not on Netflix. It's on YouTube.
It's free.
Yeah, that seems kind of strange.
It is a little ironic, yeah.
Yeah, though they did kind of kick their ass.
It's interesting when people have valuations. If you watch Shark Tank, you'll hear Mr. Wonderful talk about it all the time. So I don't know if at the time anybody else would have said the same thing and would have laughed at that $50 million valuation of their company, but they knew what they were doing because that would have turned into billions for Blockbuster. And Peace out. Did not work.
Well, would have is. I get what you're saying, but it's the same thing that Steve said. I'm just like, would it have though? What if they just killed Netflix?
If they had,
we
let
don't have Netflix.
They'd be like, what is this streaming? Screw streaming.
Yeah, you're right. If they had done that, that would have been really stupid. But then you pay $50 million to just kill your competition. Well, they obviously thought it was dumb to do because they laughed at that price. But for $50 million, they would have had Netflix do what they said they were going to do. Run the bit. They'll run the online, and we'll do this. It was just like, I remember Kodak, a huge film company, and I lived in Rochester, New York, which is the home office for Kodak. And I remember the digital camera, and the dude that came up with the first digital camera worked for Kodak. And he goes, guys, this is the future. And they go, we're in the film business, douche.
Yeah.
And they kicked him out. Kodak, gone.
Yeah.
They could have really... I mean, my God, what if they designed the iPhone because they saw this happening and it was the Kodak phone?
But you wonder if like Kodak would have like taken, okay, well, the rights, and then they just kind of squash it. Like, we don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, you think about those things, like with Netflix, like, okay, Blockbuster's like, yeah, great. And then Netflix like, hey, this is working out well. We're like, yeah, we have a good synergy going on. And then all of a sudden they're like, we're thinking about doing this like internet streaming thing. And then Blockbuster would be like, why would we want to tell people not to come to our stores? You're shut down. You know what I mean? You think about those kind of things, like, I don't know. Yeah, who knows what the future would have been like? And then next, they'll be like, what, you want us to pay a bunch of money to Adam Sandler to make movies? No, that's stupid. You know, they'll be like shutting down all these ideas that Netflix had.
Yeah, people, you take a look at Amazon. Amazon was like, okay, you're going to sell books online? Great.
Yeah.
And look what it became. But what if somebody purchased Amazon? Let's say Walmart was like, you know what? Yeah, you could be our online arm and we'll have the brick and mortar. But then, like you said, maybe Walmart would have said, I don't want to lose our brick and mortar presence.
People aren't coming to our stores anymore.
So we're not going to sell other stuff besides books at your place. Yeah, it takes somebody who's like got nothing to lose, but who's a real visionary, because the story is this. People that have big companies, they don't get rewarded for taking risks. You will not get in trouble for doing what the tried and true method is. It is unbelievable. And that's what my buddy and I talked about yesterday, is like, it's the simple thing of business. When somebody says, why is this failing? I don't know. We did everything that we're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right, Jim. Okay, you still keep your job. Even though somebody else might come up with an idea that go, I think we should do this. Are you crazy? That's never been done before. And
that's why we should do it.
Yeah. And look, sometimes it fails when you do things that have never been done before. And other times, there's Netflix.
It is crazy to think that Netflix was just a stupid thing that you got in the mail.
Yeah.
And then it became what it is now. I'm looking at this list, though, and a lot of the ones I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. The one that bothers me that made the list is that they say one of the biggest, worst decisions by Hollywood ever was casting Halle Berry as Catwoman.
Wow, I really feel like it was the writing of that movie, not Halle Berry.
Well, they said Catwoman just in general. But
they're right about that.
Having someone that's not Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, like, screw you. Halle Berry was awesome.
Halle Berry was not the problem with the movie. I mean, I didn't like her portrayal of Catwoman, but with movies, it's hard to tell. Is it the actor or is it the bad writing? Is just the whole thing a pile? And I just can't judge Halle because Halle's a good actor. So I just can't.
And she was awesome in Catwoman.
Okay, that's a different viewpoint, that's for sure. I think that she was physically, yes, awesome.
Well, think about, I was like in my teen years.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's why we can't go by you for any movies.
Yeah, this is based purely on what I'm watching.
But Halle's done good stuff.
Great in the costume.
Yeah, see, you know what? There's no talking to a prepubescent boy about how good or bad Catwoman was.
Discovering what I'm into.
Yeah,
and I was into Catwoman.
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer also great, but
Michelle Pfeiffer was fantastic. But again, that was a better directed, a better written movie. And Michelle's a quality actor, but Halle is too. So I would love to see Halle's take on a well-written Catwoman. I think that would be great.
Did you know that she actually gave a speech for the Razzie Awards because she was given the worst actress?
Really? So
she showed up in person. I did not know this. I'm reading the article about and they share that she showed up and said, quote, first of all, I want to thank Warner Brothers for putting me in a POS god-awful movie. It was just what my career needed. I was on top, and then Catwoman just plummeted me to the bottom. Love it. It's hard being on top. It's much better being on the bottom.
Yeah, and I have
That's
to tell
hilarious.
Dude, if you go and
she brought her Oscar on stage too.
Okay, she's awesome.
You can see some of that bad quality acting. Vicky, you'll agree with this. I love that. She's got an Oscar and she's just
crying. This is so great.
Because I think that she was kind of reliving when she won her Oscar. Everyone said she was very over the top. Like, oh my God. so I feel like she's just playing
Think
it up
about
again.
that. You have an Oscar and you have a Razzie.
I think it's amazing.
That is a hell of an accomplishment. I mean,
got paid really well to be in Catwoman, so I don't think she's really.
And look, us X-Men fans know that there are some scenes where Halle does some good acting in the X-Men, and there are also some scenes where I don't want to blame her, but God, it's awful, and I blame the writing.
Well, I think they came out saying that it wasn't necessarily the writing. It's just there was no connect between the writers and the actors. So the scene where it's like what happens when a frog gets struck by lightning, same thing that happens to everything else. It was supposed to be he gets struck by lightning, and then she says, oh, same thing that happens to everything else.
Oh, so she's more inquisitive. Hey, I wonder what happens to a frog that gets struck by lightning.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
So it was just, it was written, she read it as it was written, but there was no communication saying, no, this is how it should be said.
And what sucks, nobody knows that behind the scenes. So who, the actor's the one that gets basically panned for stuff like that. Right. So, well, there you go. I still think Netflix is number one, the one that Blockbuster turned them down. And I love his attitude. So I guess they laughed at our $50 million valuation. We'll just have to kick their ass. You buried them. They are in the ground. I mean,
they're still upping, but there's still one Blockbuster, isn't there?
Is this?
They're still trying.
Yeah, isn't this just basically a Clerk's version of Blockbuster?
I know, right? This is by name only, but there's probably somebody in the back room that's like, one day we will figure it out and we will crush Netflix, which I'm all for. I would love to see that comeback story.
Oh, really?
I don't know what Blockbuster would turn into, but it clearly wouldn't be a brick and mortar store. But
see, I like Netflix. I hope it doesn't get crushed. I like that service.
What if they say create better content, though?
Oh, okay. All right. I'll go for that then. An IHOP employee received an incredible tip. How much was it? If you can wait till 8:17, I'll tell you.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Just want you to know, man, Massachusetts, that's where all the quality people are.
Says who?
That's where I'm from. A server working at a Massachusetts IHOP was surprised by an extremely generous $1,300 tip, buddy.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
That's making it in Massachusetts, by the way. That person's making it. And the server's name is Tulio. He was given this tip by a dining club that actually likes to leave big tips for servers every few months. Here's Tulio and members of the club talking about this huge tip.
It's awesome. We got a lot of bills to pay, so that's sure is going to help me out.
The first time we gave away $1,300, the second time $1,600, this time $1,300. We kind of do it for ourselves too, but the benefit is we get to give this guy the money. He's going to pay his bills. The last person was going to buy his mother a hearing aid. You get a really good feeling out of it.
Yeah, so do they not? What do they go to lunch once a month or once every whatever?
Big ass looking club. Like it looks like about like 10 people, and I like that idea.
Yeah, I mean, I guess whenever they meet, they must have enough money to pool to make it happen because it could get very expensive if you're doing that.
Or is it like every once in a while, like, hey, we're all pretty well off. I don't know if they are or aren't, but they have a couple extra dollars, and let's just make this happen.
Well, $1,300, you've got what? It looks like 10 people in that club at least. That's a $130 tip. That's still a pretty decent tip to give somebody just in general for yourself.
Unless it's like something like, hey, like once a year, we all just pony up a good chunk of change and we just surprise wherever we go. And let's just pick something random, like IHOP.
Yeah. Oh, good choice, by the way.
What was the best tip you ever? And maybe we should get Sarah in there for this too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Sarah definitely.
Vicky, what was the best tip you ever got?
I want to say like $120. Mm-hmm. It was like a six top, and they came in like right as we were closing, and I think they felt bad because of that because I had been working. I had to do 2 shifts that day, and so one person left me 60 and another person left me another 60. So I couldn't complain. It was really nice.
Mine was 2 old dudes, and their tab was about $60.
Okay,
and they tipped me 100%, so they tipped me $60. And then before he was leaving, he did the whole secret like handshake and slid me $100 bill.
Whoa!
Yeah, it was very smooth because I think maybe he knows.
Was he
that
being
I don't.
flirty, or was it just like he was just being a nice old man?
I think he was just being a nice old man, and he kind of knew he was difficult. He had a lot of questions about it, but I mean, who knows? Maybe he was flirting with me, and maybe he knew like, oh, no one will see this extra money, so you don't just share it with anyone.
Did you?
Hell no.
Oh.
I cashed that $100.
I never thought about that. Yeah. I thought, what's this sly move? But yeah, I forget you got to share tips with everybody. And he puts the one you share on the receipt and then slides you. Oh, I'll have to remember
To be honest with you, that was the first thing I thought with Tulio. I'm like, I wonder if Tulio's like, hey, man, can we not film this? Like, can I just have this $1,300 so that, because what if everyone sees this and then he didn't share it? Like, dude, I saw on social media that dining club gave you $1,300. Where's my cut?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you're supposed to share. So,
and I think the staff would expect. Would they expect to be equal? Like, do they expect equal share of that money? Like everybody that's involved go, hey, we divide this up equally, and you get X, just like all of us.
I mean, it depends what restaurant. Some restaurants do like shared tips. They pool all their tips together, no matter what. And some you just keep your own, except you tip out. I don't know what I
get tipping out like the dishwashers, the bus
bartenders, if there is one.
Yeah,
but
obviously it's not equal tipping. You're not going to give him so that everybody gets a, like if there's 3 people to tip, you don't go, okay, divide it 4 ways.
But if you get that big of a tip and you like your coworkers, it would be really awkward.
How much do you give them? $100 a piece? Like, depending on how, like the people you normally would tip. If you, I don't know how many people you have to tip out at that point.
Just like a pat on the head and be like, hey guys.
Oh, well, yeah, I would.
Sucks you didn't get that table.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
Thanks for the pat on the head, Steve. Thanks. You
had your chance.
Yeah.
Maybe you'd be like, okay, let's go out after our shifts and I'll buy drinks for everyone.
So I've never actually worked a serving job where I needed or where I got tips. However, I did get tipped at emo night last time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did someone want you to play a song?
I guess we kind of take requests. I mean, but not like really. Like, people just like hold up their phones with requests and stuff.
I saw that when we went to the Dallas emo night. They all have like their cell phones and they write it on there like what song they want to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool way
it's
to
so
do
loud
requests.
you can't hear anything, right? So
yeah.
It's like, but yeah.
At first I thought they were just kind of expressing their emotions, and I'm like, huh? I don't know if you're really that cute without an E, but okay.
Yeah, we got $100 tip. They just threw on the DJ booth as they were leaving, and we're like, oh no, we don't take tips, and they were just like, no, we want you to have this for playing it, so we just all split it, and I actually gave my half to the merch girl because she is the one that can accept tips, and I was just like, I don't need the $20.
Look at you.
What a man.
Yeah.
Well, and I was going to say, sometimes if you're not allowed to accept tips and then someone finds out, like higher up or something, you could get in trouble.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Because when I worked at a retirement home as a server, we weren't allowed to accept tips from the old people because it was just, a fee.
And I worked at a grocery store. They said no tips because sometimes you would help somebody bring their stuff out to their car.
Yeah.
And so I would do that. I was in college, and I remember helping bring like a TV and get into this guy's car. He's like, "Hey, here's $50. Thanks a lot for your help." And I'm like, "Sir, I appreciate it, but I just can't accept any tips." He's like, "Oh, come on, just take the tip." I was like, "Sir, please don't tell my boss." And I just took it and put it in my pocket. I was like, "I'm not going to argue with this guy. Wants to give me money. I'm done arguing."
Well, and the old people too, they would continuously try to tip you because then they would forget that they already tried to tip you.
That's why they have that rule.
Yeah. So
oh my gosh! Like, why did Grandma give this person $700?
Really?
She thought she was only given $20. She just did it multiple times.
Well, yeah, she just kept forgetting.
That's a hard place to be in because, I've realized this with my grandma recently. They take offense if you say no.
Yeah.
So if grandma, I took you to the doctor. You don't have to give me money. Like, I'm doing this because I'm your granddaughter. She's like, take my money. It's like, okay.
You got to know where their stash is because you just keep putting it back in their stash.
I should figure that out.
Yeah. That's what I did with an old person. And I'm like, yeah, thanks a lot. Give me all this money. And I know where their stash was. So I would go put it right back in their little cash envelope.
It happens more often with like the lucha libre wrestling, like the luchadors. Like if they put on a good match, people will crumble up money and throw it into the ring. Nice. And it's happened at times that like
a job like that that's stripping, but I can't get that.
Dude, that's what I was like, dude, you guys look like it's almost like you're a stripper all of a sudden. I remember it was a crazy match once at Defy. It's happened a couple of times where all this insanity is going on, and credit to the guys that were in the ring. They put on a great performance, but dollars are flying left and right, and I'm just like, holy cow. And then one guy, he got like a gift card. Someone just didn't have money.
Oh, that could hurt you.
They threw the gift card in there to a bookstore or something like that.
That's hilarious.
He's like, yeah, I got like $50 and a gift card to Barnes & Noble.
How did you get that cut under your eye? Oh, somebody gave me a gift card.
I was like, this person was so taken up by what they did, but they're like, I have no money, but I have this gift card, so I'll throw it in the ring. But it's crazy.
Did they pick it up after, or did the ref pick it up for them?
That's the awkward part, is that then all of a sudden you're just kind of like, everyone's trying to fit, and they're all
That's
like
the awkward
wearing
part of
tights.
That's an awkward part of the strip club too. When the song ends and you just see her scooping up the money, it's like this is not glamorous.
No, it's not. Like I almost feel like they need like a picker-upper person.
Exactly.
I think I've seen a strip club where they have like a broom and one of those handheld dustpans and stuff. I'm like, that's all you need to do. Just
I in my broken drunk like days of like when I was younger going to strip clubs, when that would happen, I would like pick them up and then throw them on the stage.
Oh, yeah.
That was my money.
Oh,
that's when you got to do it. You got to be bald.
Yeah, when her back is turned, scoop up some. Here you go. You're amazing.
Look, I'm making it rain.
Look at you
with that dude's money.
Woo! I'm double dipping. I don't care.
I'm shocked I didn't get punched in the face by the dude that did.
I would. Yeah, I would have called you out. I would have been the guy to stand up. That's not his money.
He didn't do that.
He
that was
doesn't
my
deserve
money.
a special
Don't
treatment.
show him those. That's my money.
That dumb drunk stoner 20-year-old. No.
Yeah, put your top back on when you're near him. That's not his money. Yeah. Oh, I think it's great. I didn't know wrestlers would get money thrown at them. That's great.
Yeah, but it is kind of awkward because it's like they're all trying to pick up all this money, but a lot of them are just wearing like tights, so there's really nowhere to put it.
Yeah,
like shoving it in their tights, but then like you're gonna share it with the other guys that you just wrestled with, and it's like
you put it in the prison wallet, Steve.
right. Now all of a sudden you got sweaty junk money.
Sweaty junk money. There's nothing like sweaty junk money, buddy. You know you're living right when you pull out that just condensation everywhere from the sweaty junk money.
Got to dry it out backstage.
Oh
Woo.
yeah, whose job is that? All right, let me get the hairdryer out. Dry out the sweaty junk money.
I feel like we need like a little basket just ready to go. I mean, you have tables, chairs, and everything else under the ring. You might well have
like a religious experience.
Something.
Just pass the basket.
Yeah. Pass the basket around.
Well, you know what I think? Why not? You know, if they can do it at church, why not do it at a strip club or at a wrestling match?
I mean, it's all the same, right?
Yeah, really. It's all. I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting inspiration from something.
Well, at least 2 of the 3 involve sweaty, oiled up people wearing next to nothing.
Sometimes if you're at church, depending upon if you're an altar boy or not, you could be sweating as well. So, hey. Okay, sorry. Some problem sacrilegious. But
I'm going to move my chair slightly over in case that lightning hits.
It should be okay. I'm going to give up Catholicism for Lent, so it should be good. There's a British dating show, and it is called Naked Attraction. And the show's premise is that people choose a mate based on their naked bodies. And because this show is on Max, guess what, kids? Full frontal nudity. You're going to get to see it all.
Nice. I like how they're coming up with like this like cool name for a naked attraction, and I think it should just be called Butterface.
Oh, wow.
That's horrible.
Right?
Yeah, because you're right.
Dude, I'm looking at the clip. So these people on it are not Butterfaces. They're all really attractive, though.
Of course.
Better.
But they are revealing the faces last.
It's
so
everything but her face.
Yeah,
Or
so-
but his face.
Yeah.
But
So-
his face doesn't roll off the tongue as well, though.
No.
Yeah, you're right. It should be Butterface. Yeah, but these folks are completely naked and are revealed one body part at a time. And the chooser, every time there's a body part revealed, the chooser is eliminating potential dates until only 2 remain. Then the chooser gets naked, and then the ones that are remaining get to offer their critiques.
Where can we watch this?
This is on Max. And, look, HBO Max.
I'm wasting my time watching Cake Boss on Max, and I could be watching this.
Oh, Max has shows, dude. If you want to see nudity, HBO and Max now. They've always had some shows.
Here's my question:
Show you what show
are
you
these all nice bodies, or are we going to get like some random person that's not in the best shape?
That's a good. Now here's the thing,
because they look like everybody that I've seen on this little teaser for it. They're all really nice bodies.
But I will tell you this: when you dress, you can look like you have a nicer body than maybe you do.
Yes.
But I agree with you, Steve. They all look like models. Like if I went on this show, it would not be pretty at all compared to what I'm seeing.
That's what I want to see. Not you personally, but
thanks, man.
But like that kind of a thing. Like,
I'm willing to do it for love, baby.
Maybe someone who's got not the best body, but then you're starting to think this person might be really awesome. Why else is he on this game as opposed to the chiseled dude next to him? You know what I mean? It would kind of get in your head a little bit.
And how about these folks, if they do have perfect bodies, they're still going to get critiqued anyway.
Yeah.
Which is, for a lot of people that have perfect bodies, or at least we look at them and go, you look amazing, they have issues because they don't think they look amazing and they continue to work at it, and they're going to go on a show to feed that neurosis? Okay.
I do find it interesting, though, after they get to pick and they have it, then they go on a date, but they go on a date, obviously, with clothes on. So it's kind of funny. You've already seen the person you're going on a date with completely buck naked.
Now, look, on average, I think on average, women can contain themselves when they have seen naked pictures of a dude. But if I see naked pictures of a girl that I'm interested in, I'm going to be thinking about that the whole time, and I'll need a math book the entire dinner.
I do like Vicky's just found a clip of it, and like the women, at least I'm seeing the one. It's all different types of body types.
I found like a full episode on YouTube. I don't think it's supposed to be on there.
Oh, there we go.
They'll be on there, for a little while. One girl fully tatted up.
They're showing the whole situation
Up close.
All right.
And everything.
They zoom in on some body parts.
Yeah, look at that.
Tattoo girl, I'd vote for. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it is. Yeah, they're. Oh, and now we're seeing her completely.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that changed everything.
You know what? She's an older woman. I didn't expect that from her body.
Yeah.
I did not expect that from her body.
Mid-50s?
Are you still voting for her?
Well, I mean, it kind of makes me rethink it, but
I thought for sure that would be somebody much younger.
She looks like Pink's mom.
I'm thinking like she's got like a Brigitte Nielsen, if you remember the movie Rocky.
Oh, Brigitte Nielsen, yes.
Yeah, Drago's wife.
So do they start from the toes and then build their way up? Wow.
Well, if you got a foot fetish, that's all you need for the beginning of that show. You're like, I've seen enough.
You learn quickly who does have the foot fetish. If they're like, that's the one.
Right. Or if they hate feet. And they're like, oh, those are some ugly feet. I cannot handle that.
So this show is going to be on Max, and you can watch it now. So they have episodes now on Max. Though, Vicky, you've got a full episode on YouTube?
I guess. It's a rando person, so I'm assuming at some point it's going to get taken down.
It's not their official one. It's some guy named Carlos that put it up on his YouTube page.
All right, Carlos. Yeah, it won't be long before YouTube's like, what are you doing? Unless, of course, if you're Max, you go, we don't care. If you promote it, maybe people will tune in for the rest of the episodes.
I kind of want to just pop this one on. Like, babe, I heard about this new show, and then I don't know much about it, but I heard it's really, really a fun reality-based show.
You're going to have to, without her knowing, that's not against the law, record her so we can get her natural response to her husband showing her this show.
And don't tell her the title.
No.
Because
Yeah.
It'll be a little obvious.
Yeah.
It's a new dating show, honey. Let's watch it.
You know what her response will be? Was this a show that BJ recommended? Because she doesn't like any of the shows.
Okay, this is not a show that I would recommend. She would probably think you recommended it. When have I ever recommended a show with a ton of nudity to your wife?
Well, I'm going to say it was you.
No, you're not. No. She knows my brand. My brand is weird. She's never going to believe I went all porno on her.
If they had elf ears, then she'd be like, this is a BJ show.
Oh, this is Vulcan naked dating. Great.
Yeah, if they were in space.
Yeah.
He'd be all about it.
It's The Hobbit, with the hairy feet and hairy everything else.
So I said, what show are you guys talking about?
It's called Naked Attraction on Max. And as we said, the premise is that people choose a mate based on their naked bodies. Now, look, there's full frontal nudity in this. You're going to see everything. So just know that because it's on Max.
Can they call it Skinamax for this now? Remember it used to be Cinemax?
Skinamax.
It's now called Max, but it used to be Cinemax. And then for us...
Well, no, because it was Cinemax and HBO the same thing?
Yeah, well, they were owned by the same company.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But they were two
separate channels.
I don't know if HBO back in the day...
Don't know that.
I don't know. I know he has no clue.
That's crazy.
No. And I don't know, Danny, if back in the day they were two separate companies and HBO acquired Cinemax. That I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a Dairy Queen, Orange Julius kind of a thing.
Interesting.
Or if it was sort of like FX and FXX, where, we have some hardcore programming, we'll make this thing called Cinemax and put our hardcore programming on that.
It was called Cinemax, but then they would always have, after dark, they had, softcore pornography. So
Skinamax.
It was basically either actual porn and they creatively zoomed in so you would never see any body parts, or you see body parts, but you never see the actual deed going on. So you see them naked, but you wouldn't see babies being attempted to be created.
Yeah. Well put.
And we called it Skinamax.
I love that. That's such a clever
name.
Because it was like that's the place you went for the closest thing to porn that you could get back in the day when it wasn't easy to get porn.
Which is why it's so wild. If you ask Steve or myself back in those days, because HBO was a huge brand, home box office, then they just shortened it to HBO. If you told us someday there'll be no HBO, but there will be still Cinemax as the main app, we would have said, no, you're high. Cinemax, they'll never give a brand like that because it's like the porn brand of HBO, and now it's Max.
I think
they decided to go with that.
A lot of stupid stuff. If you went back to young Steve and said, one day, Samsung's going to be a dominant force in the television company, I'd be like, whatever. Shut up and let me watch my Zenith. Because that was like the
I don't even know what a Zenith is.
Right, but at one point that was like the good quality TV, and Samsung was the like the Westinghouse of like Target kind of a thing. Like, you know, like the one, like it's affordable.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get a lot of time out of this one.
Let alone there would also be like doing other stuff like washers and refrigerators and like almost every appliance you have in your house can be a Samsung.
Samsung was like the cheapo company.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If you had a Samsung, you were busted. You were broke. You were like that. Everybody knew, all right, so we know the kind of life you're living. You got no dough, buddy.
But Zenith, that was status.
Yeah. Zenith was the one.
I couldn't even afford a good one. I got a 13-inch TV that was a Zenith, and I thought I was a baller.
Yeah.
It's like
That's so tiny nowadays.
right?
It's like
it's almost like the size of your cell phone screen. It's like a tablet.
It's like that Michael Scott episode of The Office where he had the flat screen TV that was basically the size of an iPad mini, but he was so proud of his flat screen TV, and then when he finally showed it off to everybody, it was like, dude, this is so small. He goes, well, that's all I can afford, but it's flat screen.
Vicky found the exact one I had. It was the one with the VHS player in it. It was attached.
You were
part
baller,
of the same
buddy.
piece.
Sarah, you remember that?
I sure do.
We had those for the car because I would not take car rides with you and your brother without having one that would plug into the lighter.
That was my big Christmas gift one year.
Hey, congratulations. Your family loves you. Because they gave you the Zenith.
I watched a lot of hours of Skinamax on that.
Yes, it does. And it comes full circle. Oh, maybe I should have picked a different way. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
Frogs belong to which animal group?
Reptiles.
No.
Amphibians.
Yes.
Nice work, buddy. Unfortunately, earlier this morning, though, not your best work. Will he repeat his bad performance or, and you have a chance to beat Steve? We'll find out. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs. Going to do that at 8:50 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I'm getting my wages garnished. Can bankruptcy help with that?
Absolutely. One of the big reasons people file bankruptcy is because they have a judgment or a lawsuit against them, or their wages are getting garnished, and so they can't pay their other regular ongoing bills. People sometimes think that you can't file bankruptcy once they have a judgment against them or once a garnishment has started, and that's not true. Filing bankruptcy will immediately stop any garnishment that you have going, except for child support, and stop your creditors from continuing on with garnishments of your bank account, your wages, and in most cases will discharge that liability through the bankruptcy process. And we can file a bankruptcy case for you usually the day you come in.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Friday, November 17th, 7 p.m. And I said that right, 7 p.m. Live Day goes to prom night.
So many things to get excited about. Like you said, the time change. So many people are like, oh, I can't come to Live Day because it's at 6 in the morning or I'm working all day. Friday night, no excuses. And then, like you said, we're doing a prom thing. And I've never been to prom. And Danny and I are going to be prom dates.
Congratulations, by the way. It's about time you righted that wrong.
Yes.
And you didn't have to go with your cousins, right? How good is that for you?
It's going to be nice to see your cousin there.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Wouldn't that be amazing?
She may be busy. It's hard to say. So join us all at Snoqualmie Casino. And yeah, it is going to be just like a regular Live Day. We will be live along with sound effects, the music, special guests. It just starts at 7 o'clock on Friday, November 17th. And it is going to be broadcast on KISW. So prom night is the theme. Get all dressed up and join us. Tickets on sale at snocasino.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser.
to beat Migs. I know Zane from JBLM is. Zane, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Steve, now get out of here. All right. For those playing at home, Zane has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
In their hit song, the All-American Rejects talk about keeping you their dirty little what?
Secret.
Yes. Who played Patrick Bateman in the 2000s movie American Psycho?
Pass.
The fictional state of San Andreas is from which video game?
Grand Theft Auto.
Yes. What airline has used the slogan, less money, more go?
Spirit.
Yes. The Pokemon character Squirtle is based on what animal?
A turtle.
Yes. Which kid's drink reportedly turned you orange if you consumed too much of it?
Sunny D.
Yes. What is the only state where crocodiles and alligators coexist?
Florida.
Yes. What was the name of the hurricane that devastated New Orleans in 2005?
Katrina.
Yes. In chemistry, a charged particle is called what?
Electron.
No.
Ion.
Yes. Susie Carmichael is a character from what animated children's show?
Rugrats.
Yes.
Nice.
Who played Patrick Bateman in the 2000s movie American Psycho?
Christian Bale.
Yes. Zane, with that, you got a perfect 10.
Oh, I would get so wrecked on this one.
Really?
I would have got destroyed.
Zane would have crushed you.
Nice work, Zane. Oh, yeah.
I am so
And
impressed.
he's going to crush Steve.
Oh, I
I've been
hope
training.
so.
You know, I got to beat Mick.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I'm just going to say this right now, Steve.
Yes.
I have my song ready.
Wow.
Yeah, you are not. You are getting crushed.
Pressure is on.
I know he's going to try to psych himself up, but he is just out of his league. On this one.
Boy.
Steve, are you ready?
You know what? In honor of a man that we're going to have on our show tomorrow, and that is Brian Danielson. He's going to join us tomorrow at 8:15 from AEW.
Yes! Yes!
Let's go.
Yes!
In their hit song, the All-American Rejects talk about keeping you their dirty little what?
Secret.
Yes. Who played Patrick Bateman in the 2000s movie American Psycho?
Christian Bale.
Yes. The fictional state of San Andreas is from which video game?
Grand Theft Auto.
Yes. What airline has used the slogan, less money, more go?
Frontier.
No.
Spirit.
Yes. The Pokemon character Squirtle is based on what animal?
A turtle.
Yes. Which kid's drink reportedly turned you orange if you consumed too much of it?
Sunny D.
Yes. What is the only state where crocodiles and alligators coexist?
State. I'm going to go Florida.
Yes. What was the name of the hurricane that devastated New Orleans in 2005?
Katrina.
Yes. In chemistry, a charged particle is called what?
A proton.
No.
A neutron.
No.
An electron.
No.
Damn it.
Susie Carmichael is a character from what animated children's show?
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
No.
Sesame Street.
No.
Barney.
No. With that, you get 8 correct, which is a great score, but it's a loss. 10-8.
Oh, Zane.
Nice work, Zane.
Hey, I've been training for this day.
Yeah.
It paid off.
And you deserve it, brother.
Damn it, man.
Yeah. Oh.
I was feeling really good.
You didn't get crushed, so I'll give you that.
You did better than BJ and I thought you did.
Yeah.
but
I was killing it. What are you talking
you
about?
were till the end.
So the last 2 questions just wrecked me.
Yeah, they did. But you know what, though? At least know this. Yeah, you are.
Oh.
You lost twice today.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, it's a rough Wednesday for you.
Hey, how was that Beyonce concert?
Stop!
Wow.
I will never get over that.
Greatest moment ever.
Anyway, Zane knew that in chemistry, a charged particle is called an ion.
Ion.
Which I would not have gotten.
And Susie Carmichael is from the Rugrats.
Embarrassing that I didn't get that since you watched that your entire life.
Oh, I was obsessed with the Rugrats.
I know.
I mean, is it though embarrassing? I mean, were you watching or were you just sitting there like staring at the screen like I am sometimes when like Tatum's watching a
I mean,
show?
I know.
I know what's is a pig and a
Yeah.
daddy and a mommy and there's muddy puddles, but I'm not really paying attention to the story.
You're right. I mean, I know Tommy Pickles, and
Yeah, Phil
that's all I
and
know.
Lil.
I just see Phil and Lil. I forgot.
Angelica?
Angelica. Oh, that's Tommy's sister, right?
No, cousin.
Oh,
That's
all right.
cousin.
The
See?
evil cousin.
See, I don't know as well. I don't know it. See?
Dill is his little brother because their last name is Pickles.
Oh, yeah. See, son of a gun, man. I see. I don't know it, man. I would have been. He deserves it.
It was a great show, so I don't know.
Got
if
a
it holds
text
up.
message that says, "Sorry, but I have an issue with that Katrina question.
Oh! Is
It
it
devastated-
Hurricane Katrina?
It devastated the Gulf Coast, not just New Orleans."
But it also did devastate New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's like they're both correct.
I just like reading angry text messages in that voice.
And they both got it either right or wrong.
Yeah, it's like sometimes people just go like, and I'm a nitpicker, but it did devastate New Orleans. It may have done other stuff too, but it's still true. It wrecked New Orleans.
Say just New Orleans.
Yeah, you didn't. If you did, then we would have a pick to knit.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe not.
Well,
So
congratulations,
this person shouldn't have an issue with your daughter, is what you're trying to say?
Look, I'm just saying, you know me. I would love to find issues with my kid, and she's got plenty of them.
That's what I was going to say. He can have plenty of issues, or she with me, but this question can't be one of them.
Yeah.
Everything else, yeah, probably.
People. It's been a day for the text line, though.
Oh, I think people are just excited to let us know how they feel about it.
Oh, is that what that is? Yeah, very, very excited. Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to give them even a bigger option then. How about this?
What's that?
We'll let them call in and even more with their texts and let us know how they feel, because it is time. Listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. And yeah, call us. Text us. 206-803-ROCK. That's 206-803-ROCK. We got your calls. We got your takes. Your takes and your texts. Take it around 9:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Home Depot. Listeners on the Loose, 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. That's what you got to do if you want to get through. And you also have to follow Steve's rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. Show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text. Jay and Puyallup, you are on The Rock.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Not too bad, buddy. What you got?
Hey, so to kind of touch back on what you guys were talking about earlier about the tips. So I actually bartend weddings for fun sometimes. And normally what we do is when we get tips, we, whoever I'm bartending with, we agree to divide that up and give it to the wedding party as, just like a little bonus for them.
Whoa.
And they always appreciate that.
Wow, that's
cool. But
I never knew that, because I've been tipping like a son of a gun, and well, I'm sure not everybody does it, but you guys give it back to the bride and groom. Wow.
I got a bone to pick with my friend Jerry, who DJ'd our wedding.
Yeah. Well, it's a club that I'm a member of that they usually do weddings there, and then they'll get to pick some of the people that are licensed bartenders for that club.
And so you do get paid to bartend, but the tips you'll just give to the folks.
No, it's actually I volunteer to just help out with the club.
Wow.
But, one time I stayed back and helped the wedding party clean up afterwards, and at each of the tables there was this homemade limoncello, and not a whole lot of it was drank. So they had so many extra bottles afterwards, and I got to take home like 3 bottles. And I'm telling you guys, that stuff was so good, but it snuck up on you so bad. Like, all you had to do was just take 2 shots and you were good. So I busted out at parties and stuff like that, and nobody knew what hit them until it took like a couple parties. We realized that this was that was the one thing that was messing everybody up, was the homemade limoncello.
So I just want to be clear. I mean, it's a fun thing, but I want to be clear. You do weddings. You don't get paid to do the weddings. You don't take the cash tips. The best thing that you got was homemade limoncello. Are you well off? Are you like independently wealthy? Because I don't understand this at all. I mean, look, who doesn't like to get a good beverage?
He's like a superhero. He's a wedding DJ superhero.
It's like, this is what he remembers from the story, how drunk something got him for like working. And I'm like, I feel like either A, you are really bad with money, or B, you are independently wealthy, because I don't understand this. I mean,
or he gets very lucky at the wedding, so this is a way for him to hook up with people.
Oh, okay. There's another thing.
No, it's not either of that. No, it's just so normally it's people that I know too that are getting married. So like it's a little way I can gift them, and I like interacting with people, and like bartending is like, it's fun for me. So I don't know. It's just
All right.
I enjoy the whole experience.
Okay.
I'm not there to get paid. It's just fun.
Not there to get paid. I'm there to get laid.
I'm glad you have fun, and I think it's wonderful.
You don't want to be his financial
Dude, I
advisor?
will take a tip and go buy my own booze. I don't care how good the limoncello is.
I kind of want to try this limoncello, though.
But if he likes mixing with people and he really, really finds great value in doing it, I mean, I can't fault him for that. Some people see what I like to do for fun and go, dude, that would be painful for me to do.
And like you said, like this is a way of him like gifting the wedding couple because they're friends of his. So it's like, hey, you know what? I could give you a gift, and that is a fun party.
All right. Yeah. It's so out of my realm. Like, I would do none of that for anybody.
Going back to the whole tip conversation, someone said, I'm a plumber. My best tip, $520. The bill came out to $480. The customer handed me $1,000 in cash and said, keep the change.
That is baller in cash.
Did you do it for Dave Grohl? That sounds crazy.
Yeah, man. How cool would it be if it was for somebody like that and you didn't even know?
$1,000 cash.
$1,000. I don't think I've ever had $1,000 in cash in my hand in my whole life.
For real?
I don't think I've ever held $1,000 at once.
Oh, I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, what was it for? Was it the Super Bowl?
Well, that, yes.
Oh, okay.
I've had a couple occasions.
Yeah.
I've also in the past gotten certain work done at my house, and the company was just like, hey, if you pay cash, it'll be cheaper. So I'm like, I'll go get some cash.
Okay, that's a good. I guess I hadn't thought about that. I don't think I've ever. Unless I'm just forgetting, I don't remember holding that much money at one time.
$1,000.
I've had $500 because I remember that because I lost it at Snoqualmie Casino in about 10 minutes.
All gambling?
Yes.
So you never oh wow, that's crazy.
I don't remember. It's possible that somebody in my family could remind me, but it seems like a lot of dough. You think I would have been like, hey.
Don't get it wrong. It's not like it's an everyday occurrence where I'm like, I'm just going to hold $1,000.
I got to roll on me right now.
Every time I go get coffee, I'm like, hold on, let me get my $1,000 out. Yeah.
1 sec.
But what is that? That's 10 $100 bills right there.
Yeah. Oh, I guess you're right. I've had lots of 20s, but no, I don't think I've ever had 10 hundies at one time.
Yeah, I mean, other than us doing some kind of a service for a home or some kind of contracting somebody or the Seahawk tickets that time for the Super Bowl, I don't think I really have.
I would be way nervous to carry that much cash.
I maybe I got a gentleman's club, but I've never gone in there with those kind of expectations. That's a lot of money to be
all I've ever done is just give my ATM card at a gentleman's club. Luckily, there are limits.
Yeah, but then you'd spend more than $1,000 in that situation?
No, luckily there are limits.
Oh, so it was only...
You can only take out X amount of dollars per day.
Something like $300-400, right?
Thank goodness, because I would have been out so much money because I was trashed. Yeah, here's my card. Do what you gotta do.
Oh, so I just said, hey, congratulations to Lily on becoming our vice president.
Yeah, if you missed it earlier, Danny's daughter, Lily, 9 years old, ran for vice president of her student council, and it was the most honest political speech I've ever heard.
She said, I'm going to make no promises, but I'm brilliant.
Yeah.
Which I thought was my favorite part of the entire speech.
Which is really, when you think about the arrogance and the narcissism of your average politician, which is, look, I'm a narcissist, so it takes one to know one. The idea that her speech really is what every politician, I mean, I know there are exceptions to the rules, but a lot of politicians are like, I'm brilliant, I'm amazing, and I'm going to do nothing for you.
Yeah. Do you have the second audio clip that we played from this morning? Because that's the one where she details why she should be vice president.
Here's why I think I'll be the vice president. I'm in, smart, creative, lovable, brilliant, resourceful, supportive, and skillful. For the social, I can't make any promises, but I will take ideas. Remember, no promises. That's why I, Lily Thompson Behill, think I should be vice president.
No promises. And earlier she said this would be great for me and my family. Like it's exactly, like if we could do like true translations of any politician making a campaign speech, this is great for me. I make you no promises. I'm pretty damn amazing. No promises, peace. That is truly what happens in my eyes. Every president that's ever been in office, that's really what's happened.
And she promised not lower taxes, but to lower the price of candy.
Yeah.
So that was pretty impressive.
And of course, she's not going to fall for that. I mean, I would. Is that in school? I'm like, look, I want lower price candy.
Well, and it's funny, too, because she also threw out the thing of, we can have theme days for, Halloween. I was like, yes.
That's her kid right there.
Yeah, it's her. I'm so proud.
Yeah, I remember one kid, like we joked about it earlier, but I remember one kid promising us a pizza party, and he got voted in.
Oh, did he make the pizza party happen?
I don't believe we ever got a pizza party, so we impeached him.
Politics.
Yeah. Corrupt.
Very
corrupt. He's now governor of New York City. It's crazy.
Hey.
So she's kind, smart, creative, brilliant. I lost a couple as I was
capable,
resourceful.
And
Did
supportive.
you write this speech for her? her? Or?
No, I actually think it was a class project.
Oh,
well, not even class. When she signed up to run, I think they helped her kind of write her speech.
Come on, it was ChatGPT. Who are you kidding?
It was 100% ChatGPT.
Yeah, good move on her part.
All right, now I got to see if ChatGPT could write a campaign speech for a 9-year-old.
Ooh, do it.
Yeah, for a 9-year-old running for vice president of the student council. Yeah, I'd love to hear what ChatGPT says about that.
That'd be great if it came up with the exact same speech.
and your daughter won. Literally saying that
beat 2 other people.
I will not do anything for you people. Maybe if you're lucky, lower price candy, might have a theme day, but really, this is great for me. And by the way, you want me because I'm just awesome.
I'm brilliant.
No promises that I'll get anything done. And everyone's like, you are the one, lady. We want you.
She continues to amaze me just because, she was so in her, when I was there a couple of weeks ago, she was so in her head that she was not going to win. And I was like, no, you're going to do your speech. You're going to be great. And of course, I didn't want to tell her she was going to win because I didn't want to make promises. But now, yesterday, when she called me, Dad, I won, I was like, I told you did it. Oh, I was so happy.
And then you Venmo'd her money.
I did Venmo her money.
Part of the campaign,
Wait, really? Oh yeah. Well, you are one of her biggest constituents, so that makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah, I sent her money for ice cream.
Yeah, political action committee is what you are. You're a PAC for her. So,
dude. So I wrote, can you write a speech for a 9-year-old running for school vice president?
ChatGPT.
And it wrote a long ass speech that includes 5 talking points
for a 9-year-old.
Yeah, it said, certainly, here's a speech. Hi, everyone. My name is Steve Migs, and I'm really excited to stand here today as I run for the position of vice president. I'm in the 9th grade, and I've been part of this amazing school for a number of years. How many years would that be? I don't even know.
Probably 9 years.
Yeah. I want to make our school even more awesome, and I believe I can do it with your help. Here are a few things that I promise to do. See, ChatGPT is promising.
ChatGPT is like a regular politician, not a truth teller like Lily.
All right, promise number 1. Listen to you. I promise to listen to your ideas and concerns.
Okay.
Yep.
Promise number 2, fun and inclusive events. Let's have more of a fun events like parties, talent shows, and games that everyone can enjoy.
Well, Lily kind of touched on that with the themes.
Yeah.
3, helping each other. I want to create a buddy system where older students help younger ones.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Number 4, improving our school. Let's work on making our school a greener, cleaner, and happier place.
Oh, of course.
I know, right? Of course.
Yeah, you got to put the carbon footprint thing in there. Of course you do.
And then learning together. I'll work with the teachers to make sure we have the best learning environment. Remember, this is our school, and together we can make the most amazing place to learn and grow. So on election day, please vote for me, Steve Migs, as your vice president. Together, we'll make great things happen.
That's funny.
Why didn't you win? Well, I don't know. I felt like I was watching wrestling. Brother. Yeah. I like the speech. The delivery was very wrestling, but okay.
I don't know how else to do it, man.
No,
it's always a promo.
That is what you got. You were like, listen, it'll be our school, brother. I'm like, okay.
Together we make great things happen.
I feel like he says he's going to do good, but why do I feel like we're all going to get punished?
What you going to do when 9-year-old mania runs wild on you?
That's a good chat. ChatGPT is kicking some tail.
You should have just sent that to her and be like, babe, I wrote you a speech.
I really should have. Just do this and tell us how you win.
Then
how
again,
much you win
she
by.
won, so I mean, what the hell is this now?
Here's my question. If you ask that same ChatGPT the same question again, will it give you the exact same speech or will it spit out a new one?
I think it'll spit out a new one.
That's what's impressive.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, now how can you discern from ChatGPT, like now if I have to write a book report on anything, even if I've seen it or a movie report, whatever I got to do, even if I've seen it, ChatGPT will at least give me some ideas to start.
Yeah.
And I can maybe in my own words go, bap, 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 bap. And I mean, yeah.
Really, can you hate that? Because the whole point of a book report is interpretation. So at that point, it's like, I don't know how to interpret this book. Can you give me some ideas? And then I'll tell you. And you're like, oh, I didn't think about that before.
And
I just did it and it did change it up, but it's pretty much the same premise, but it's written differently.
Whoa.
So it doesn't have like bullet points, but it's saying the exact same thing in the speech.
That's funny.
Okay, so it's going to be tough for people to use ChatGPT, whoever does it first. What if you have all these speeches from kids?
They're all the same.
And they're all the same.
That'd be pretty awesome.
All right, ChatGPT, you got to mix it up a little bit.
Next year when she runs for president, so if the president can't fulfill its duties, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
I don't know either.
Does Lily become the president?
I guess so.
Well, that's
what do we got to do?
Impeachment.
Yeah.
Or you don't want, the other thing is usually the vice president replaces somebody when they pass away.
No,
I know. That's the only ways that happens. It's either impeachment or pass away.
Transfer schools.
Then be just like, what do we have to do? We have to kidnap this kid? Like, no.
You asked a question. That's how it works in politics. Impeachment or death.
Scandal.
Usually leads to impeachment.
Yes.
Or they would resign because the scandal's so bad. But
we need to frame the president for a scandal.
Okay.
Stealing candy from the candygram jar.
Oh, that would never do a thing. That doesn't do a thing to politicians. Look, we got that guy in there's a guy in Jersey or whatever. He's done so many horrible things, and he's still not going to resign.
Well, what are we going to make the kid smoke crack? Oh, wait, we still don't have to resign.
Yeah, that doesn't do it either. You literally, what can you get canceled for? That's the only thing that will, whatever you can get canceled for, that's what you would have to resign
I don't even think that does it sometimes these days.
Yeah, so.
What if the president steals the principal's car?
There you go.
Oh, I think at least on a school level, you're going to have to go, dude, you're done.
Yeah, because then at that point, the kid would probably get expelled.
Does anybody
can't fulfill his duties or her duties as president?
Right.
Yeah.
This is what we do. This is the way.
For Lily to become president.
Unless, of course, the president comes from a very tough home.
It was actually funny you say that because she didn't want to run for president this year. That was she was dead set on vice president because I was like, well, what if you don't get vice president? Can you run for secretary, treasurer, president? She's like, no, Dad, vice president or nothing.
Is there a certain reason?
She didn't really have.
Could it be? I was wondering maybe we have a female vice president. If they maybe representation in a sense, I see a female that's running. That's our country's vice president. I want to be our school's vice president.
Maybe she never really gave me an answer. I'm going to ask her that again.
Yeah, it's so wild. Unless she really strategically thought, you know what? I can get this vice president.
Maybe she just wants to strive to be second best.
Yeah, that's it. You know what?
I respect that.
Do that. First is worst. Second is the best.
That's what we're talking about. Avis all the way, baby.
Yeah, because look at us. We're not conspiring to get the vice president impeached.
True.
No.
All
eyes are on the president.
Yeah, she'll get so many perks. They still stop traffic for her. When the vice president comes to town, it's just like the president coming to town. Yeah. It's all the same pomp and circumstance.
Do they stop traffic for her at school?
Yeah. So, the crossing guard, all that.
Yeah.
So she's smart. It's look, the president takes all the arrows. I still get all the cool perks. I have my own jet, and if you look at this country, the vice president gets everything the president does, except there's not a lot of negativity shot at the vice president at all. Nobody sends any meanness in the vice president's direction, usually.
What if we call the school's the president of the school's parents and be like, what's it going to take to have your child
resign? What are you, the mob boss? Is that what you are? Is this going to be
money? Is it food?
Are we going to get the unions involved? And is it going to be a Jimmy Hoffa thing?
I want to go full corruption.
I am going to bury your kid's favorite stuffed animal and it'll be underneath basically where the Giants and the Jets play.
By the end of this year, and we got time. By the end of this year, June, July-ish, when they graduate, I don't know anymore.
May.
That too.
Yeah.
And by May, we need to figure out a way to oust this president so that Lily is now the ruler of her school.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that's sort of corruption, but you know what? You go for it, buddy.
What better way to teach kids about the political world than to incorporate some corruption?
You're absolutely right about that. Yeah, you're right. That would be the best way to do it. You know something? Here's a couple of bucks. Tell your kid he's leaving.
Make you an offer you can't refuse.
On the day of my daughter's vice presidential election. Hey, Timmy, your son Timmy, he's going to have an accident and have to walk away from the post. Otherwise, he really will have an accident. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we're not going to threaten the child.
We're
no
not.
harm. No one gets hurt. You're terrible at this.
You're right. I don't know why I went down that horrible road.
That's adult
never
mafia
been done
crap. We're children's mafia.
Okay, Timmy. you know that Paw Patrol toy that he's got? He won't have it anymore.
9-year-olds aren't rocking Paw Patrol.
What do the 9-year-olds play with? What toy do they play with? I don't know. G.I. Joe? Is G.I. Joe still cool?
iPads.
Yeah,
iPads. There we go. Hey, Timmy's mom. You got it going on, but that's another story.
Okay, we're not trying to flirt with the kids' parents. We're trying to scare them into telling their kid to stop being president.
They always said if you got bad news, you sandwich it. You know what I mean? You sandwich it with a compliment, then the bad news, then you end it with a compliment.
But then Dad might get mad and he's going to kick our ass.
Oh, Dad, don't worry about Dad. He might have an accident. I got that covered. Don't you worry, because he's an adult, right?
Well, I think.
Okay, we adult rules then when it comes to dad.
Okay.
The kid will just take his iPad and break it if he doesn't reside. But the dad, hey.
Lily's going to be kicked out of the state of
Good
Arizona
point.
after we get done.
Yeah, I hope they don't listen. I hope they're not like, what does Lily's dad do? Oh, he's on the radio. Oh, can I stream it? No.
Just don't listen.
Of course, maybe you should just do what we ask. All right, it's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. What do you want to talk about? We got your calls, you got your texts, 206-803-ROCK. We'll take those at 9:37 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, 206-803-ROCK. The number to call, the number to text.
So it said, hey, Steve, yesterday I asked ChatGPT to write me a dating profile as if I was a member of the X-Men with ice powers. It was pretty fantastic. I had to alter it a little bit, but I said, screw it and put it on my dating profile. Haha.
Oh, Iceman. Okay, very nice.
That's awesome.
Iceman is a real dude.
Yes.
Oh, I should say he's a fake dude in on that real universe. Whatever I'm trying to say. Oh, wow. I wonder.
I didn't think about how like that ChatGPT can help you write dating profiles because it helps people write bios.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the hell to think about all these robots that are going to be taking over our planet. But right now, like you can use it for some fun and some good, like as a creative starter.
That's how the internet started, Steve.
That's true.
That's how social networks started. That's how pretty much any good thing started. Phones were a nice thing until all of a sudden everyone's fighting on the phone. Then they had all these party lines that you might have dialed.
There stopped being parties.
Yeah, and then there were the 900 numbers, and then all of a sudden you get yelled at by your parents for running up the money.
Not that I would ever know anything about that.
Human beings are really good. They come up with great ideas, and then they also ruin great ideas. Human beings are just complex.
Yeah, because there were 800 numbers at one point, and you would call and it was free, and they would talk naughty to you. And it was granted, it was a pre-recorded thing, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, no, if you want the good stuff, you got to pay money, and then it's a 1-900 number.
You want a live girl. You don't want some recording. You want to know she's right there talking to you.
You think it might be a girl. You're not even sure.
Hey, listen, in my mind, it can be whatever I want as long as they're good actors.
So he said, hey, Migs, are you excited that Katy Perry's going to be a voice on Peppa Pig?
Huh?
I just saw this on their Instagram page. They're creating a new character, Miss Leopard, and it's going to be in a Peppa Pig special, and it's voiced by Katy Perry.
Okay.
She must have a kid that's a Peppa Pig fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Otherwise, why do you do this?
And I wonder what her acting chops are. I haven't really seen a lot of her acting chops or voice work.
I've only seen her on Saturday Night Live.
She did do. She was Smurfette in the Smurfs movie, the new one. So
Was she
has
good?
voice stuff. I'm not sure, but she has done voice acting stuff.
All right. I mean, look. I mean, she may have gone. She may have actually trained in musical theater in her life, for all I know. Singing, dancing, acting. So it's very possible.
So I just typed into ChatGPT if they could create me as a Peppa Pig character.
Oh, okay.
And it said, sure. His name would be Stevie Pig.
Stevie Pig. Wow, that's original.
He's a cheerful and energetic piglet with a love for music and entertaining. He has a bright red cap that he wears backwards, just like Steve Migs. Did they think I'm Fred Durst?
Well, or did they
Google search and saw that picture?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
And I host my own radio show on Peppa Pig's World.
Nice.
I'm up for a good time, and I have a catchphrase.
Which
know
is?
it? Hey, everybody, let's turn up the oinktastic tunes.
Oinktastic. Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, that feels like you come up with that. It may not be your best work.
Says I like to play music, dance, tell stories, and spend time with my friends.
Oh, that sounds like you.
I kind of want to do one for you now.
Oh, what, to be on Peppa Pig?
It's not Pepper. It's
I know.
Peppa.
I corrected myself.
Yeah.
I realized I shouldn't put an R in there, but that's just the Boston in me. We put R's where they don't belong and take them away from places they do belong. All right, Peppa Pig. What do you like? What am I?
Character.
All right, Arnie Oakley. That's what I should be. Give me that.
Radio host.
Or Arnie Oinkley. Let me just do that one. That's even better.
Arnie Oinkley?
Oinkley. Yeah.
But that doesn't have anything to do with BJ.
You're right. This is why I'm not a good ChatGPT.
Oh my gosh, there it is.
Yeah?
BJ Bohr.
BJ Bohr. Oh, that sucks because, I mean, some people do say I'm a bore.
Oh, you're a friendly and confident boar with a distinctive black and gold striped vest, similar to BJ Shea's signature style.
Black and gold? Where does that come from?
Was that from one of our live days?
Has
when you
to
wore
be.
gold?
Has to be. Wow. Or unless they think I'm somebody else. Like, how would they know that was me in the picture with a black and gold? That sounds like you or Joe.
And it said your catchphrase would be, well, let me tell you something intriguing.
Okay, that doesn't even have any pig in there.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. And maybe in pigging, because they put the pig in there.
Maybe they are emphasizing the Bohr part of BJ Bohr.
Yeah, that's not good. I don't like my character.
You like history, science, reading, and exploring new ideas.
I do?
Well, BJ Bohr does.
Yeah, BJ Bohr is pretty amazing. Okay, well, I'm going to get back to you on that.
All right, maybe this one we'll have to put in the trash bin.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like that. Stevie Pig, okay.
Stevie Pig worked out pretty well.
He's a winner.
I'm in for that one.
It is Listeners on the Loose, 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text.
Somebody said, hey, I've been obsessed with that show. Was it the Naked Attraction show?
Oh, yeah, it's on Max now. And yeah, basically people get naked and they don't see their faces. It's the last thing they see before they decide if they want to date the person or not.
And it's not a show it's like from a British show. And apparently it's like 6 seasons, according to a couple texters. But somebody said, yeah, it's so good. They show everything.
Oh, wow. Okay, guess how many episodes?
Really, those two 69. Statements together.
Yes.
69
Oh,
episodes.
Nice. Yeah, they are, Britain just doesn't have the same issues with, sexuality and nudity that we do. So
I kind of want to watch one episode, but I feel like after you watch a couple of episodes, it's pretty much the same thing all the time.
Well, you could say that about watching hot girls.
Yeah,
right?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, if they have somebody that's attractive, you'll be like, you're in.
As long as you have a new hot girl, I guess I'm in. Yeah, good point.
New hot guy, new hot girl. I feel like that shouldn't get old.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So did I hear that right? Brian Danielson's going to be on your show tomorrow? Yes.
Oh, I see what they did.
AEW this weekend.
Yeah. It's coming to town.
Yep. Climate Pledge Arena. I forgot the arena.
Don't worry about it.
Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday's Collision, which is on TV, and then Sunday's the big pay-per-view, Wrestle Dream.
Ooh,
and
Collision.
Brian Danielson will be a part of both of them. But yeah, he'll be joining us tomorrow morning at 8:15. So he'll be hanging out with us on the morning show.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him.
We've had him on before, haven't we?
We were one of his, I think, first interviews when he first got signed by the WWE. Remember when he was part of their next NXT? At that time, we didn't know if it was Next or NXT, but it turned out to be NXT. And he was the person that we interviewed about that show way back in the day. And then we've had him on when we went to SummerSlam together.
Yeah.
And he's come in studio before as well. He's been with us a bunch when he was Daniel Bryan. This is the first time as Brian Danielson.
And he's a local boy, right?
Aberdeen's own.
There we go.
Yeah. I think he's going to the Kraken game tomorrow and everything.
Oh, what a life.
Dude, right? He's a big Hawks fan. So, I mean, the Hawks aren't in town, so he wouldn't be able to enjoy them while he's there. But then again, he's wrestling on Sunday, so he probably wouldn't be able to go anyway.
Well, it's a Monday night game. He could fly to New York.
He's got that Brian Danielson money.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants.
And this has got to be his first time at Climate Pledge, which, if he ever came downtown, saw the old Key Arena. Has he been to Climate Pledge before?
He was here for the first time they came last year. Or less than a year ago when they first.
That had to be cool. Like, you're like, God, look what they did to Key Arena, man.
Yeah, it had to be, which would be fun to talk to him about, like his impressions of it when he first came here. Yeah. But that's awesome. So that'll be a lot of fun. Brian Danielson tomorrow at 8:15.
That's really cool, man. To come back to your hometown or your home state, I guess, and really, he's got to get a lot of love from people that are.
Oh my gosh,
got to get a lot.
Well, he retired here originally when he.
Oh, that's
back
right.
in the day when he had all the concussion problems. He retired in front of the crowd, and then he came back, and it's been an incredible run for that guy. But it'll be fun to have him in studio.
All right, so Brian Danielson tomorrow at 8:15. He will be here. Hopefully you will too, because my memories is we've just had great conversations with him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, so that's great. All right, well, we have a question that has to be answered right now. What do Ryan Castle and Mick Jagger have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and Mick Jagger have in common?
I work with someone who is indestructible like Keith Richards.
Oh, is that person
and that's
Thrill?
Yeah.
That's true.
That guy could drink gasoline and still live to be 125.
You are right. I mean, I don't know how Thrill does it. The things he does to his body on every level, and yet he comes in. It's
not
amazing.
just food, but food. He doesn't eat anything healthy.
It's great DNA. You should see his parents. They're gorgeous.
You're right. Well, I don't want to say his mom is pretty amazing, but she is. I'm trying to be respectful.
Shape. Yeah.
Yeah. So, damn, Mick Jagger. So here's what Jagger said. Recent interview, he's like, you know what? I am not opposed to a Rolling Stones hologram tour.
As long as he gets paid, I bet.
I mean, he's 102 years old, basically. I mean, he's an old guy, and he's like, you can now have a posthumous business, can't you? You can have a posthumous tour. The technology has really moved on since the ABBA thing. And he was like, ABBA's Voyage concert in London with all the holograms. He was impressed. And he's like, yeah, that's great. It's not going to happen anytime soon with the Stones. But, and of course, they have that new album. Got a new song coming out.
Actually, I heard one of the new songs off of the album, and I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it sounded great.
Yeah, Lady Gaga and Stevie Wonder are going to be on one of the tunes they're releasing, Sweet Sounds of Heaven. And the whole thing, Hackney Diamonds is dropping on the 20th.
You've inspired me. I'm going to play Dancing Queen during the 12-pack.
There we go.
That's the best Rolling Stone song I ever heard.
It's a great Stone song. Boy, that Ryan is in touch. And he's next.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney in the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.